ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Open sleigh, open sleigh.
Hola, welcome to Amores, Patos.
I'm your host, Anna.
And I'm your host, Faby.
This is a podcast where two best friends get together and talk about every Christmas special that features characters from the Disney afternoon. Welcome to episode 101 of Amores, Patos. We are doing a special holiday-themed episode, in case you hadn't noticed.
Mm-hmm.
You may also hear some jingling jingle bells.
Yes.
We're both wearing some jingle things with jingle bells. I can't talk. My God. Why did I start talking? We're talking about the direct DVD and VHS classic, Mickey's Christmas Carol. Damn it. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just fucking up this whole intro. Thank you, Faby, for letting me fuck that up.
Usually take charge.
And that's just our intro now. That's what we gotta deal with. I don't want to re-record that.
The energy that we're bringing to this.
I don't know. It's, yeah, the energy is I drank an entire Starbucks Frappuccino before starting our recording.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a bit hyper.
Yeah. And we just had a lovely shopping trip.
Yes. In
Disney.
Downtown Disney. Say where? Yeah, in downtown Disney. It's like, oh, like it's just shopping. Yeah, we went to downtown Disney. It was all Christmasified.
Yes.
Christmas music playing everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
People in Christmas outfits, like the park outfits that I wanted, but I'm not going to spend the money on because I would wear it like 1 month out of the year.
Yeah.
And I can't justify that purchase.
No.
Anyway, we're back talking about another Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, if you recall, we recapped and reviewed Mickey's Christmas Carol that I erroneously began listing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the idea to do this themed episode about a week ago.
Yeah.
Because originally our 101st episode was going to be a secret.
Yeah.
You'll know later. Basically a special 100th episode kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, wait, it's the holidays.
Yeah.
Let's push back our special 5-year anniversary 100th episode. 102nd now. Let's push that back an episode.
Yeah.
And do a Christmas one. Let's cram a Christmas episode in real quick.
Yeah. It's season.
It's the season. Yes. So we obviously our 100th episode was Tailspin. Was the finale for the Tailspin premiere. And now we're talking about Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I guess before we get into our recap and blah 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 blah, Faby, what is your history with Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas?
I don't remember having I don't even know if I watched this as a child, to be honest. Maybe once, but honestly, it's more of now that I'm older, I watch it every year. Yeah. It's very sweet. It's very sincere.
Yeah.
And I'm I love it. It makes me cry every time. Yeah. How about yours?
Yes, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I definitely had this on DVD. We didn't have too many VHSs. VHS or DVD. We had it on one of those.
Yeah.
And yeah, I watched this basically almost every year. I can't remember when I first watched this. I've kind of always known it and had it and seen it. Though I almost definitely watched Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas a lot more.
Yeah.
I remember we had that one on DVD.
I know I rented this movie. I must have. Because, the case, the cover looks very familiar. So I know I rented it and I saw it. I must have seen the second one, too. I just don't remember seeing it until, college. Again, you were seeing it again. And I was oh, wait, I know that I've seen this movie for sure.
Yeah. I have very vivid memories of the DVD case for Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. Because we definitely bought that one. I don't know if we bought this one. But Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, which was... not a sequel to this, but made in a similar vein.
Yeah.
But I'll get to that. So, yeah, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I for me, it was like a staple at Christmas time. I don't know if that's the case for everybody. If not, I urge you to watch it on Disney Plus beforehand. So after this, I highly recommend it if you're a Disney fan. If you if you liked House of Mouse, if you like obviously if you like DuckTales, I would probably recommend this one over Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas because I do think this one's better.
Yeah.
But I'll get into that. But they're both very good. They're both very fun. But also if you're a fan of 2D animation, this is the one.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It's very nice. I always forget how nice it is.
Yeah.
Like they put effort into this. Like even if it was a direct to, because obviously this didn't go to theaters.
Yeah.
So this is in the era of, obviously this House of Mouse, which premiered in 2000, Mickey's Three Musketeers, which was 2004. This era in like the early to mid 2000s, where they actually put what do they call the sensational 6
or 7? I never remember how many.
Them, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto. Like when they put them into movies where they portrayed, I guess, more closely, like movies that are more character driven.
Yeah.
So like this, House of Mouse, Three Musketeers, which is one of our favorite movies. Compared to and then there's a very big gap, and then now we have the Paul Rudd shorts, the Mickey Mouse shorts, and then the newer ones on Disney Plus, where they're shorts, so they're all completely standalone.
Yeah,
and they're much more fun and silly when when they are character driven. Obviously, they're for comedic purposes.
Yeah.
Where here and in the movies I mentioned, they're much more sincere, and the characters are, I guess, more grounded.
Yeah.
They're not meant for the quick 5-minute silly shorts.
Yeah, it's like legitimately like a story that's being told, and like you're gonna care about these characters in the short amount of time that they
Yeah. Obviously, I have lots of history and like it's not like history, but like stuff about this movie. Like, what is this? So, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas was released in 1999. It's a Christmas anthology film. This one was produced by Walt Disney Television Animation. That's what it's called now. That's DTVA that we see online, and it's a anthology of three separate segments.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first is Donald and the Nephews. Second is Goofy and Max. Third is Mickey and Minnie. And despite this being, 3 different stories, it's actually the first time that the entirety of Disney's Sensational 6 appeared in their own full-length animated feature.
Wow.
Up till now, they've never been all together in one thing, which is kind of crazy. And I love this weird trivia that this film won the award for Best Animated Feature Film at the 5th, I can't pronounce this, Kexkemet Animation Film Festival, which is some film festival in like Poland or the Ukraine, Hungary.
Oh my god,
I was close. Which is hilarious. I got this from the Wikipedia. Yeah. This is very funny to me. Fun fact. And obviously, it's a sequel, quote unquote, called Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. Was released in 2004. Though, unlike Once Upon a Christmas, the sequel, quote unquote, is computer generated. Rather than hand drawn, it has 5 segments versus 3. And just say it now, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas is 5 instead of 3, and so those 5 segments are each shorter than any of the 3 we get in this one.
Yeah.
They're quicker, they're not as character driven, and they're not as good. They're fun. I definitely suggest watching them. We have Alan Young voices Scrooge in one of the shorts, and obviously it's one of his last performances as Scrooge because I think he passed away in 2010.
I think.
Yeah. And so one of his last performances as Scrooge. And it's always great to hear him.
Yeah.
And it's computer animated, and this was 2004.
Oh god.
So it doesn't look bad, but compared to Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, it looks
it's
kind of bad.
Yeah. Like, that animation always kind of dates itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, like immediately it dates itself. It doesn't, again, it doesn't look bad. It is watchable.
Yeah.
But compared to Once Upon a Christmas, which is obviously beautiful 2D animation, it really doesn't compare. And again, the stories are not nearly as strong. So, I mean, watch both, but watch Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas first.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a Blu-ray and DVD release of Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and Twice Upon a Christmas in 2014. We'll see if I can see if I can find those.
Ooh.
I need a DVD player first. Yeah. Receive streaming. And I actually think of Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas as a kind of like a lead up to the, in my mind, highly acclaimed animated series House of Mouse, which premiered in 2001, just 2 years after this. Well, this movie came out like in late 1999, so just about a year before. Just because of the like this very character-driven 2D animated Disney movie, Disney special, where obviously Mickey, it's the whole team is like at the focus, and obviously House of Mouse, they're the focus, they're the hosts, they run the House of Mouse.
Yeah.
And House of Mouse is incredible, and I really hope Disney Plus puts it on Disney. They get it on Disney Plus soon.
Watch it, like
it's so
Waiter
good.
He is at my house. I see him every day, and it's
have the little McDonald's plush, right?
I think I had about 3 of them. Only I think one of them survives to this day.
Incredible.
But he's there, and I need to watch his show again. I know I watched it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Bring it back, Disney Plus.
Yeah, it is. Put it on Disney Plus. It's so good. Obviously, there's the premise of House of Mouse is that Mickey and gang run a club.
Yeah.
They don't own it. Scrooge does.
Yeah.
There's an episode where Scrooge comes in. They run it. They run a club. Mickey's the host.
Yeah.
And they show classic shorts. They're in their Christmas special. They show the entirety of Mickey's Christmas Carol, and then also original shorts they make for House of Mouse. And all of the guests, the customers, are classic Disney characters.
Yeah, that's so fun.
It's a lot of fun. And yeah, this special feels kind of like a lead up to that. Just like how Twice Upon a Christmas feels like a lead up to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Both because Twice Upon a Christmas feels more geared at kids.
Yeah.
It's obviously the stories aren't as solid or developed. The stories aren't the focus. It's more fun music and dancing and fun Donald destroying a whole Christmas display set. Like less character, we'll see. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas is really good and really sincere about its characters and story. Meanwhile, Twice Upon a Christmas feels more geared towards kids, and it was released 2 years before Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which was insanely popular.
Yeah,
like with Disney Junior or whatever it was called at the time. But yeah, so that is my behind the scenes for Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. And with that, we can get started, I think.
We start with, what's the star called again?
It's the Christmas star. It's the Jesus star. It's the Christmas angel star.
Yes, and our narrator telling us, what is going to happen here.
Yeah, leading us into the story. And are we in any of the characters' houses, or this is just...
I think it's like the house.
The house.
Yeah, the narrator's house.
Do you know who the narrator is?
I don't.
The narrator is Kelsey Grammer. Once you know that, you hear it. You're like, shit, you're shit. Okay. It's, Frasier?
Frasier.
Okay. I'm like, he's the famous one.
Yes, Frasier. He has a very nice voice.
He does. It's a very good narrator voice.
3 precious gifts lie under this tree. What secrets they hold? Let's look, and we'll see.
We open up into this very Christmassy house on this great Christmassy neighborhood street.
Yeah. It snowed, everything's covered.
Which is where we'll return at the end of the story.
Yes.
And we follow this magical trail of stars into the house.
Yeah.
Where the story will be told, as you said.
We go inside the house and we see it has little decorations. Like in a man's.
It's very homey, yeah. Everything very Christmassy. Kind of just leading us. This whole intro is burned into my memory.
Yeah. I love how they light up the tree. So we see the tree and the lights go around the tree and it starts illuminating up till we get to the star on top.
Yeah, it's
So
like
beautiful.
reminds me of like the Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
ass thing. There's no Tinkerbell, but it's like we're following a little star.
Yeah.
It's great. And then we zoom in on the Christmas star and we get our title card.
Yes. It was once upon a Christmas.
Yes. And again, the narrator introduces us to the 3 segments in this special with the 3 gifts.
Yes. So one of them is a little boat. We have a sailboat. We have a little bear wearing a Santa hat, and we have a little sleigh with some presents in it.
With 2 presents.
Yes, 2 presents.
Very important. And yes, so we're led into our first story, the first segment, the first gift, which is the sailboat. And this is Donald Duck Stuck on Christmas. A little misleading because Donald Duck is not the main character.
No.
They couldn't say Huey, Dewey, and Louie stuck on Christmas. Which fair.
Boys, as we call them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And before we get into this segment, let me tell you who directed and wrote it.
Okay.
So I got these off IMDb. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
So if they're wrong, my bad.
Blame them.
Blame them for fucking it up. So, the Donald Duck Stuck on Christmas segment was directed by Alex Mann and Bradley Raymond, and was written by Charlie Cohen and William Dean Howells. I'm not sure who animated this, so my bad.
Oops. We love you, animated.
We love you. Unionize.
Yes.
But yeah, so we go from a very fun, so the transition from the sailboat to a little, to an alarm clock.
Yeah.
With a sailboat. And it's a really fun, cool alarm clock.
I was gonna say, yeah. It's like the little, not like a minute hander. Like a little one that's just like a little.
Yeah, a little like sailboat, like a little sailboat themed alarm clock.
Mm.
And we see Donald. It's nighttime. It's the night of Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald has like a lighthouse shaped like with the base of his lamp is a
Yeah.
lighthouse. He sleeps with like
A little
like an old timey sail like
Navy
admiral,
captain. Yeah, admiral.
like Navy admiral's hat.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
He has a theme.
Oh yeah, his whole room. We see there's like a ship on the wall above his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know Donald's house, but in the parks.
Oh, I miss it. I miss it so much.
It's closed at the moment because for Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Yes.
I got it. Or is it Mickey and Minnie's? Or is it just Mickey's?
Oh, is it Minnie? I think it's just. I've only seen it. Mickey's.
I think it's just Mickey's. Yeah. For
That with Minnie. But yeah, Toontown is closed at the moment.
yes. And yeah, so obviously we know from DuckTales as well, like original DuckTales capitalized on Donald's
Yes.
sailorness by making him join the Navy.
Oh no, I have in the Navy by the Village People stuck in my
I
head.
don't, so I'm safe. But yeah, and so this is obviously you've seen another room. The nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, are also sleeping.
They all sleep in one bed.
I guess, just thinking that. I'm like, wait, I have like a bunk bed or something. That's what they normally have.
Hmm.
Who knows? This has to be set after DuckTales.
Yeah.
See when
Yeah.
a character shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Each segment is like in this strange little alternate universe with elements from whatever thing they're referencing. Obviously, DuckTales here because Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Mm-hmm.
They're asleep. We see there's snow. It's snowing outside. It all looks very idyllic and Christmassy.
It's really pretty because their bed is like in a little nook that has like 3 windows around it, and I'm like, wow, that's perfect. That's a perfect location for a bed.
Yeah, and we see they're like snoring to
Yeah.
the tune of something Christmassy.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't write it down, but yes.
And then it's now Christmas Day,
Yeah.
the 25th, and we see outside their nephew's window is a little like treehouse.
Yeah. We're Chippendale, babe. I'm so excited. My brainworms have not left.
No. Assuming you listen to our endless Rescue Rangers recap, both the movie and the original 1989 series, Faby likes Chip and Dale.
I do. I have a backpack. I have 2 sets of plush. Almost bought another one today.
Yep.
I
And
did
for
buy.
the 100th anniversary.
Yeah, they're so cute. But I did buy a Chip keychain so I could put on my Chip and Dale backpack.
Yes. My hatred of Chip and Dale has never been more pronounced.
I'm sorry. We need to unite for our hatred of Pluto.
Yes. Yeah.
You deserve a 100th anniversary doll.
Well, Donald doesn't. Donald. Like,
Yeah,
Donald Duck, the character who talks.
exactly.
Has a backstory. Who is a character.
Exactly. Like, Donald deserves it more. And also, Goofy should be included in this conversation. That's why I'm like, I hope you have them soon.
Yes.
Because,
I mean, they didn't have shit for Donald for Halloween either. No
No.
plushes.
I wanted that.
Yes, we got Stitch.
We always get Stitch. We should didn't. Oh, I love Stitch
I like
too much
Stitch.
to hate him.
I like Stitch. He's an actual character. Unlike
Pluto. Pluto.
I can't stand Pluto.
Yeah.
He's a dog. Like, my hatred of like animal sidekicks definitely started with Pluto. Swear to God. Anyway, Chip and Dale are celebrating Christmas in the treehouse.
They have like they're decorated. They have a tree. They got a little
They have
train.
garland.
Yeah.
It seems like the train was a gift.
Yes.
From Santa.
They got a little conductor outfit, a little hat.
Chip is voiced by Tress McNeil, and Dale is voiced by Corey Byrne, even in these tiny roles, which is nice. I feel like Corey Byrne is doing like a bunch of shit, like then and now. So they're just like, hey, Corey Byrne, they just tap you on the shoulder. Can you just voice Dale for this like 2 lines that we're going to reuse multiple times? Just real quick, just 2 lines, and then you can go.
Yeah. Can you come in and do it? Go to lunch.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, we see they're in the little treehouse, and we see inside Huey, Dewey, and Louie waking up because it is Christmas Day.
Yes. They're so excited.
And we have, again, this is obviously classic Huey, Dewey, and Louie, DuckTales era. Identical triplets.
Yes.
Voiced by Russi Taylor.
Oh.
So super great to hear her again. Comparing her performance here to 1987. I don't know if it's like the sound quality from 1987 or she was newer to the role, but it's just funny comparing the voice acting and then how it sounds so much better.
Yeah.
And because she's gotten more comfortable with the voices, they just sound better.
Yeah, they sound a lot better.
Obviously, classic mischievous triplets. It's Christmas Day, and they sprint down the stairs to open gifts.
Literally, like, they do not wait for anybody. They just start tearing into those gifts.
They did not have the fear of God put into them. Where you have to wait.
Yeah.
For us, because here the family has to come to the house, which is weird, because typically they're there.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is a thing. Like, I guess it's a white American thing to have Christmas dinner on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Like, we're Latinas. Yeah. So we, like, the focus is on Noche Buena, Christmas Eve.
Yes, the 24th.
Usually, like, I don't know, like, now that a lot of us are older, like, there's no young child in the family, we usually don't even open anything on Christmas Day. Like, we just kind of open things Christmas Eve. Yeah. And, yeah, like, dinner is Christmas Eve. Christmas Day itself, like, there's nothing to do. We're usually so bored.
No, for us, Christmas Eve is the dinner. It's the whole thing is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Everyone dresses up, dinner, everything. It's Christmas Eve. We still hold out for gifts till Christmas Day.
Okay, yeah.
But Christmas Day is gifts and then nothing. You just lay around the house and eat leftovers.
You just chill. Yeah.
But typically, everyone goes to a grandparent's house or everyone comes to somebody's house. Yeah. So there's no we see here they have to wait for the family to arrive because the dinner isn't until that night, which for me was always like, wait a minute. Why aren't they already here? Like, typically they're there like 3 days before.
Yeah.
And they won't leave.
Like, usually my family, like, we either travel to Vegas or they come here. Yeah. So, yeah, usually we're there, like, the day before, 2 days before, and everyone's, no one's in a bed, everyone's sleeping arranged. In a bunch. Yeah. And, yeah.
Yeah, here.
Hmm.
But yeah, either way, they have to wait for the family
Yeah.
to open gifts. And obviously, Huey, Dewey, and Louie do not.
No.
They bust them open right away. They get.
For like waking up Christmas Day and just having to go to your parents' bed and being like, "Can we open the presents?"
And they're like,
please?"
no, we have to wait until 9 a.m. for everyone to wake up. And it's like, oh my, just the inside, just being like, what, 10 years old? And
Yeah.
just, God,
Like,
just wanting everyone to be, just like waiting by the Christmas tree, like waiting for everyone to wake up.
brother used to like shove me awake. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, so
The triplets are little monsters.
they open their gifts, like they tear them open. We see that they each got color-coded gifts.
Yes.
Which I thought was cute. But like subtly color-coded.
Yeah, like not like except for Louis. It's
Yeah.
completely. Yeah, like.
Yeah, well, like, Huey got like a rocket ship, Dewey got a plane, like a biplane, and Louis got a
Like a monster truck.
yeah, like a toy truck, monster truck thing.
Yeah.
And they've just opened,
Mm-hmm.
and we see Donald, like, wishing him Merry Christmas. He's
Yeah.
at the kitchen. He made them all breakfast. He's still
So-
wearing his his Navy Admiral hat, which is fun.
That's a cute. And he has like the classic huge stack of pancakes.
Yes, there's a tray brimming with delicious Christmas breakfast.
Yes.
Which, upon seeing the boys have torn open their gifts, he throws up in a rage and everything falls on his head.
Yeah.
All that wasted food! Yeah, so classic Donald gag of everything landing on him. It's a big mess.
And at the end, he like shakes it off, but one egg lands on him, and his face heats up with anger as the
bright
egg
red. And-
cooks.
Yeah, cooks on it. It's cute. Because he's telling him, you're supposed to wait for the family.
Yeah.
And
oh my god.
we didn't say, so this is back to like classic,
Mhm.
back to the classic shorts and comics where Donald and the nephews, where Donald is raising the nephews.
Yeah.
And they live with him versus DuckTales where they live with Scrooge. Though this could be set after DuckTales when Donald is back from the Navy.
Yeah.
Or more accurately, he got drummed out of the Navy for the Donald Duck luck.
Ah.
They're like, okay, you sunk an aircraft carrier.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta go.
when you tripped on like a loose wire.
Yeah.
Crashed into some explosives. They went rolling. Explosions everywhere. Multiple deaths.
You gotta get him out of there.
Yeah. So he's out of there. He has a nice big house. They give him a bunch of money. Like to stay away from our ships.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a really cute.
It's a nice house. And because we get I don't even want to say like classic dad Donald because that is a more recent development that probably started with DuckTales.
Yeah.
Since the comics always painted the nephews as being literal monsters until the Don Rosa comics, and even then they're more mischievous than having personalities.
Yeah.
Instead of having real personalities. So this is sort of like, I guess this and like Quack Pack, which really showed Donald as being the nephew's dad, their parental figure.
Yeah.
So here, obviously, he gets mad at the nephews for opening the gifts, and they are like kind of apologetic.
Yeah. And he like, the spirit of Christmas
Yes.
calms down immediately.
Yeah. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
even overreacting. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
It's fine. And he doesn't get embarrassed that he got so mad.
No.
So yeah, so instead of kind of laying into them, he's like, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. And he goes to this closet, and he's like, actually, I've got a surprise for you boys. And it's like these... Oh my god, what are they called? Sleds.
We're from California.
No.
We don't get snow.
Done, like, sledding adjacent is... One time we were in Las Vegas, and it did snow in a mountain, but all we had were like, trash bags, and that's what we used.
God.
It's bad.
Yeah.
We wanted the experience. Also, we made the mistake because we made the like trail a little too slippery for people. Yeah, we should have done it.
God. How many broken bones were your family responsible for?
Oh my god, wait, a classic story.
Oh,
like,
God.
I think this was years before I was born.
Mhm.
My dad's family went to I think Big Bear. And apparently my aunt did the same thing. But she was now planning on, like, sliding down the mountain. She just wanted to sit down, but she didn't want to sit down on the snow.
Oh my god.
So she sat on this like plastic bag that she had. And my mom, she's like, as soon as I saw her, I went, oh, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And she immediately started going down.
Wow.
And that she's like, I just remember seeing her like trying to claw to stop.
It's awful.
And she told my uncle,
Yeah.
like, your wife, like, you know, help her. She's like, oh, it's fine. She look at her. She's having so much fun.
She's like trying desperately to stop. Oh my god. It's like, girl, you're on a hill. You're gonna go downhill.
And yeah, they're like, she went down
Yeah.
so fast.
Jesus.
Oh.
No, my experience with sledding is more, I guess, tubing. At Big Bear, they have like the fake snow place.
Yeah.
I've seen real snow like 5 times. And one of the times I had to go all the way to Iceland to see it. But at Big Bear, they have like the big fake snow hills that you can slide down on big black rubber tube.
Yeah.
In case there isn't actual snow. And that's what I've mostly done.
Yeah.
Like maybe 3 or 4 times.
Was it fun?
It was a lot of fun.
I bet.
Next time I go to Big Bear, whenever the hell that is,
Yeah.
you're coming with us.
When I went to Big Bear, there was no snow.
It's right, it's fake snow.
Yeah.
Like because there's not always snow, so they are like, fuck, we gotta make money somehow. Yeah. So Donald has gifted the nephews each 3 very nice like wooden sleds, and they run him over to get to them.
And like immediately take off this like cute little Christmas card that was attached to them, throw it, and just bolt out the door.
Yeah, it lands on Donald's face, and he tries to point it out, like, boy, you didn't even read the card.
Yeah.
But they ignore him, run him over, stomp on him to hilarious effect.
Good boys, you're getting in. Sorry, even read that. Read it later.
And to open the front door, to go out and sled.
Yeah.
The whole family's here to celebrate Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas indeed.
Where are my boys? Where are my kisses? Oh, I could just eat you up.
And who do we got? Survived.
We got Daisy. We got Uncle Scrooge. And Aunt Gertie, who I don't know who this person is.
I'll get to that.
But no.
And Aunt Gertie is like it's like every kid's worst nightmare. It's the overbearing aunt you only see once a year, who always asks, "Do you remember me?"
Yeah,
and
demands hugs.
Hugs and kisses.
Yes.
I do like the shot of her looming over them, and it's this. It reminds me of this shot from Jaws when
I haven't seen it.
I think it's Richard Dreyfuss. I'm trying to remember the Jaws song from Lemon Demon. Gonna go fishing for Jaws. Okay, Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh.
I think it's Richard Dreyfuss who's our police guy.
Okay.
When that one shot of him that like it zooms in real high. There's a name for this kind of shot when it's sitting on the beach and it like on him when he sees the shark fin in the water.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. The nephew's reaction to Aunt Gertie looming over them.
I could see it.
And now she picks them up, all 3 of them. I think they try to run, but she snatches them up.
Kisses.
Like, real wet kisses. Because when they land, they're like
Drenched.
dripping, which is gross. And obviously Scrooge is here.
Yeah, Scrooge.
Our favorite, Uncle Scrooge. And he's in a little variation on his classic outfit. He's actually wearing a red coat.
Yes.
With, like, white sleeves?
Speak up. Oh no, I went too back.
Yes, like white sleeves, or, off-white. And he has the gray sideburns in this.
But it's a fun little detail.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's in reference to Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Maybe.
Because that's the only time he has those sideburns.
Yeah.
In the original comics, and obviously in DuckTales, they're white.
Yeah.
So I assume he has them gray here in reference to Mickey's Christmas Carol. Because they're all so great in Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas.
Oh, okay, yeah. Callback.
Yeah, so I only assume they're in reference to that, because otherwise... Because usually it's Ludwig, who Ludwig always has the gray sideburns. Or hair, or whatever.
Whatever they are.
Whatever. And obviously, Uncle Scrooge is voiced by Alan Young. Always great to hear him.
Yeah.
He's fairly minor in this.
But the lines he does deliver are excellent.
Yes, in this what's it fucking called? Segment. Fairly minor, but he's great. Always great to hear Alan Young. It is interesting. You can tell he sounds older.
Yeah.
In this compared to DuckTales, and that's not, it's only like a 10-year difference. But he does sound older.
Yeah.
But still great. Still Alan Young. Tress MacNeille voices Aunt Gertie, and this blew my mind. This is her first time voicing Daisy Duck. I looked it up.
Yeah.
According to Disney Wiki and a little bit more researching I did, this is the first time she's voiced her.
Oh, wow.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because Tress MacNeille has been the voice of Daisy from this point, from 1999 to now.
Damn.
Like, she's the voice for Daisy.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. This was her first time. It never...
Yeah, like my whole life. Yeah.
Never would have occurred to me. Because she sounds so natural in the role. I assume she'd been doing it for years by this point. But before this, there weren't really many Daisy appearances. Anywhere, really. Aside from the rare Mickey Mouse short, and even in Mickey's Christmas Carol, completely different voice actress.
Yeah.
One-time voice actress who did Daisy in that, or Isabel. So, yeah. So, crazy.
Wow.
And obviously Tony Anselmo was Donald.
Yeah.
And Daisy is, well, she's standing under the mistletoe. She wants a kiss from Donald.
Yes.
Isn't mistletoe supposed to be white?
I don't know the difference between the...
It's mistletoe and... Is it
holly?
Whatever. A Christmas thing. She wants a kiss. And Donald, goes to give her a kiss, but the nephews, again, run him over.
Yeah, completely just kill the vibe.
Yeah, they kill him. Donald is dead. And I wanted to get into some duck lore real quick. With, as pertaining to Aunt Gertie.
Okay, I'm scared. You've been, like, simmering this to me all afternoon.
Aunt Gertie doesn't exist.
I was afraid you were gonna be like, she was at your 5th birthday party. I don't remember her.
They made up this bitch for this segment when they had a literal duck family tree to choose from.
Like I literally, when I was watching it, I was like, I'm like, where did she go?
Nowhere. She doesn't exist. I swear to fucking God.
Scrooge's longtime nurse.
It's not plausible. I'm not a guess, because she doesn't belong anywhere in the family tree. But I'll just put out there that maybe she is an aunt of Gus Goose.
Yeah.
She looks kind of goosish. She doesn't look like a duck.
No.
I don't think. So Gus Goose is Donald's cousin on his dad's side. I forget where he fits in. Somewhere over there. So I think he's Grandma Duck's brother or sister's kid.
Okay. Yeah.
Somewhere over there. But yeah, Aunt Gertie doesn't fucking exist. Which, I'm like watching this bitch and I'm like, I swear to fucking God, why are you here?
Yeah.
Grandma Duck.
Yeah.
It's Grandma Duck in animation before. Could have been her. And it looks like they kind of pull Mrs. Beakley.
I was literally, I'm like, this is literally just Mrs. Beakley. Yeah. Just straight up.
Major Beakley vibes, purple outfit. She's a bigger lady.
Yeah.
The fact that they made this lady up really bothers me.
Act like you know who this is.
Yeah. Like they're trying to gaslight us. I was gaslit first. Like, oh, who's this lady? Yeah. I wonder, because you have Scrooge McDuck, like classic character, 50 years old character.
Yeah.
We just saw him in DuckTales. You know who he is, kids. And then,
like, you know who Daisy is.
Yes, you know who Daisy. And then Aunt Gertie. Christ. That is my Aunt Gertie rant. We're done. Just know that I abhor her. With every fiber of her being. No, it's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed that she's here. She doesn't exist.
Because, yeah, they're just like, yes, you know, your beloved Aunt Gertie.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So. And, me now being like, oh, yeah, Duck family tree. I got this.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you, Aunt Gertie?
Oh no.
So, anyway, the nephews are out sledding all day. We see that they almost run over the turkey they'll be eating later. And we see they're sledding all the way into the evening. They really let these kids not help make dinner.
Yeah. They're just out there.
Yeah. They have hypothermia by this point. This is Donald lives like in this like single solitary house.
Yeah.
We don't see any other houses nearby. They're just like in the woods.
There's like full hills around them.
Yeah, they're covered in snow. And we see the nephews all. Daisy calls them to dinner. The nephews all run back in, ready for dinner, and I'm like, damn, yeah, they didn't make them help cook or clean or do anything.
Nothing. Just
unrealistic.
Just pure fun.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all sitting down for dinner. Daisy is saying something that will become very familiar to us about how her favorite part of Christmas is everyone gathered together for a lovely meal. Yes. I'll put in the line. We'll be hearing it a lot.
Isn't this lovely? All of us gathered for a wonderful meal. I think this is my favorite part of Christmas.
Ooh, turkey!
I love whenever there's food in like an animated movie.
Yes.
You ever watch Mulan? And apparently the animators at the tenth dinner when she's still at the house after her father's conscripted to the army again. Yeah. There's like no food on the table. They're just eating rice. Yeah. And it's apparently because the animators forgot to add food. Oh no. And they've owned up to it. They're like, yeah, that was my bad. Yeah. I forgot to put food on the table that wasn't rice. Here they've added food. Yep. But it's kind of wild, the food that's here. We got a big slab of butter. Yeah. Like a brick. Just a big old brick. My
favorite part is just like this loaf of bread.
Toasted bread, like it's sliced. Yeah. A very small bowl of mashed potatoes. Some sliced carrots. What's the term for when they're circles?
Sliced. Yeah, it's sliced.
A bowl of sliced carrots.
Yeah, some celery.
And giant olives. These are like avocado-sized olives.
Amazing.
It's really funny. I just love pointing out the weird food that they just like, put whatever. Just put something in there. It makes me laugh. Okay, yeah, Aunt Gertie's a goose.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so Daisy's carrying a covered tray. A tray, is it a cloche? A cloche?
Cloche. I think it's cloche. Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's for the dramatic reveal.
Yes.
And
the fact that they're eating a turkey.
Technically cannibalism. And Aunt Gertie's real excited about cannibalism.
Oh no.
So many great reactions of everyone looking like longingly at this cooked turkey.
Everyone's so excited.
So excited to commit cannibalism.
Awful.
It's great. And Donald is going to carve it. Meanwhile, the nephews aren't eating. They're stuffing their faces. Again, being very rude.
Just sticking their whole hand in the fucking
mashed potatoes. Like,
my favorite is just Louis biting into the whole thing of bread.
He's eaten like a third of that thing. Yeah. Like, that's his now.
There's like 2 slices maybe that he hasn't done. Yeah.
Like Dewey eating a whole corn on the cob. Yeah. But they're able to get a pass by telling Daisy that they love her cooking, Aunt Daisy.
And because Donald immediately goes to scold them for it, and Daisy's like, Donald, like they're just enjoying like Christmas dinner, like
Christmas dinner.
Yeah, like don't yell at them,
girl. Come on, nobody else can eat that. So easily flattered, Daisy. But Donald does reluctantly let it go. Yeah. And so Christmas dinner's over, and we see that Scrooge. This is a very Scrooge is like super chill in this.
He's just vibing.
This is definitely like a post DuckTales Scrooge. He's learned the lesson. Family's what matters. Yeah. He's here for Christmas.
All he wants to do is play the piano, do some caroling.
Yeah, Scrooge can play piano apparently. Good for him. I love, yeah, he wants to sing carols.
Yeah.
Reference to Mickey's Christmas Carol? I don't know. Probably not. It's just cute.
The act of caroling.
The act of caroling.
All right. Who's for caroling?
We don't want to sing on the Scrooge. We want to play with our toys.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
But yeah, Huey, Dewey, and Louie just want to play with their toys. So they go off, play with the toys, ignoring everyone, while everyone else sings and dances.
Yeah. It's very sweet.
It's cute, yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, they're playing with their toys. And it's 9 o'clock. And time for bed.
Yeah. And the boys are upset, like, oh, you know, Christmas can't be over. And Donald is like, go to bed.
No, he's like, good night.
Good night, yeah.
And he does kiss them all goodnight.
Yes, it's very cute. Aww.
So it's cute. Like, we do have, obviously, Donald, we mostly see him as, he is, like, the strict parent. But, yeah, it is tempered, again, by, like, these moments of this affection. Like, he is their dad. So it's his, obviously, being strict, but also, you know, loving them.
Yeah, he loves them. They're also just little menaces.
Yes, he knows that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is that familiar, like, when you're a kid, when, oh, Christmas Day is over, Christmas is done. And that, like, sense of magic that, like, leaves, that it's over. Yeah. And you kind of, and wanting to keep that. And that is point of this segment. And we see, yeah, the nephews, they climb back up to their room, they put all their toys into the big toy chest.
And they look really sad, because they are sad that Christmas won't happen again until next year.
Yeah. And which nephew is it? Louis.
Louis. Oh.
Okay, Louis starts, it's like an actual poem, prayer thing he's reciting.
Yeah.
It's the starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight.
And we wish that Christmas were to happen every day.
Yes. And the Christmas star is like, oh, bet.
Bet.
And this is where I'm going to say that this segment, Stuck on Christmas, is inspired by the 1892 short story Christmas Every Day by William Dean Howells. Or, as I like to think, it's inspired by Groundhog Day. Because I don't know about that short, but I know how absolutely insane What's-His-Face goes.
Bill Murray.
When he has to relive Groundhog Day 1,000 times.
Yeah, I only know it from the Supernatural episode.
Jesus. Of course.
Of course. Supernatural will always haunt the back of my mind.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's the next day, and we open up again with a very familiar scene. It's Chip and Dale playing with their train.
Yeah.
And I do like how they show us the whole day. We see all these things people say, the things people do, so that when they happen again, they're familiar, like they're very familiar beats that kind of match with, as with Huey, Dewey, and Louie, we're realizing what's happened. That it is Christmas Day all over again.
Yes. Because at first the boys do look at Chip and Dale and they're like, oh, like they really like their toy. They're playing with it, like, again.
Yeah, they acknowledge Chip and Dale. Like, it's not that that's a little thing for the audience. Like, no, they know that there's like there's two sentient gay chipmunks in the tree next door, and that they have a toy train that they got from Santa.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny if they fully acknowledge them. They're neighbors.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, they're like, well, let's play with our new toys that we got yesterday on Christmas.
And they go to, like, their toy chest, and there's nothing in there. And so then Huey goes to tear the date from the calendar, and it's all of them are December 25th.
Which is horrifying.
Yeah.
And we do get this more ominous kind of scene where it's still dark in the house. Yeah. As they step out into the hall and go down the stairs, and they see the tree is still up. It looks dark, but the tree is glittering, and there's all the presents still wrapped under the tree. And they're confused. It's like, what is this? Like, what's happening here? Like, we already opened these presents. How are they back?
Didn't we open these yesterday? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? There's only one way to find out. We're gonna have to open these presents.
And yeah, this time they, like, go up to the presents, like, really, like, worried and kind of scared. Like, we're gonna have to open them again to
to see if it's the same gifts again.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, they aren't like tearing them open like last time.
No.
They're like poking a hole in the wrapping. It's still dark.
Mm-hmm.
So we hear Donald say, "Merry Christmas" in the dark. The nephews all scream.
Which mood? Yeah.
Yeah, and the lights turn on. I assume Donald turned on the lights.
Yeah.
And Donald screams too because he got scared. And again, throws
All the breakfast.
Throws the breakfast tray up. And everything hits him on the head one after the other.
Mm-hmm.
And the nephews watch this in glee because they're like, "Oh my god, it's Christmas Day again. Our wish came true. Yeah, our wish came true." And they do run up to Donald, like telling him it's Christmas again.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald's just like,
The fuck?
"Oh, you were dreaming. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice."
Yeah. Because why would you think that the triplets are stuck in a time loop?
Yeah, and they're the only ones who know.
Yeah. He like goes to pat each one of them in the head.
Yeah.
And made a note that it's like such a meaty slap.
Interesting noise.
It's Christmas again, Uncle Donald. It's Christmas again, Uncle Donald. 2 days in a row. Ah, you boys must have been dreaming.
And Donald like takes all like the ruined breakfast tray back to the kitchen, and the nephews decide to go play with their surprise gift. They just tear open the closet door because they know it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they try to run out with their sleds, ignoring the cart again.
Yes.
When they're stopped again by the family at the door.
Yes. And Gertie is able to catch them and more kisses. They really are so cute.
And yeah, so this day plays out much like the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, they run over Donald at the door, they go sledding all day.
The poor turkey almost gets run over.
They called in for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Daisy says the line.
Yes. She's very excited. It's her favorite part of Christmas.
Yes. And same thing, boys start eating without waiting for everyone else.
And Donald scolds them again. He's really mad that, like, even, I think, angrier this time.
Yeah. You can see like, pink steam coming out of his ears. I didn't notice last time I watched, but yeah, when Daisy chastises him again, the steam all gets sucked back into his head. And it comes out his beak, and he's all embarrassed. Then again, the caroling, and then 9 o'clock, time for bed.
The boys go to bed, and they're very excited. Like that was
they got to relive Christmas again. Exactly what they wanted.
Yes.
And then it happens again.
Enter the Twilight Zone music.
Yes. But still, right now, the nephews are excited again.
Yeah.
Same thing. So the next morning, they open their gifts again.
Donald, surprise, drops the food.
Yep. And this is where I think we start getting quicker cuts.
Yeah.
We know what's happening.
Yeah.
Family arrives. Kisses from Aunt Gertie. They get the sleds. Oh no, I love it. No, I like in this one. Because they're still playing with their toys and the family arrives.
Yeah.
And when Gertie bursts in, they both scream and try running back upstairs.
Donald catches them and brings them down.
Carrying all 3 of them. Which is fun. Here now we're getting a bunch of cuts. Yeah.
We see the card again, the boys eating, but this time like Louis like stuffed.
Tired of it.
Yeah.
And we see now we're gonna lose track, but this is now Christmas Day number 3 or 4. I've lost track.
4. I think like 4, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we see now they're getting sick of it. They're opening their gifts and they're bored with their gifts because they've opened the same presents 4 or 5 times now. And by this point, we see that they were to like they predict exactly when Donald throws the food when it'll land on his head.
Yeah.
And cue the family arriving. So it's predictable. It's all blending together into this nightmarish Christmas dream.
Shot when they're all on the floor looking at the plane, but like just kind of like dissociated.
9 p.m. again. Another Christmas Day. We hear the train again. The chipmunks all aboard. And they're hiding under their bed. They did not sleep. And they're praying to God to whatever cruel god has cursed them to live in a time loop with that only they are aware of. No one else is aware of the fact that the day keeps resetting.
Yes.
They're pleading with this cruel god to free them, to let them go.
To stop Christmas.
Straight up, they're like, please stop now. They look up. They're like, please.
Been there.
Next stop, Waterville. You can stop Christmas now, please.
If there is a god, it is a cruel one, and it ignores their pleas.
Yes, because we see over images of everything that keeps happening. Just the sheets of the date.
Yes.
Oh, like there's so many.
Do you want to count them? Assuming these are all a day that goes by.
Okay.
Let's see. Because they're in this.
Oh god.
They're in this loop for what? Oh god, it's too fast.
Too fast.
It's too fast to count.
It's a lot. Like
at least maybe 2 dozen.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it keeps going. Oh my god.
Like, do you think they were stuck in this loop for months?
Yes.
Yeah.
Months.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it keeps going. Like, and we see same thing. The all aboard train next stop Waterville.
And
listen, Christmas dinner, lovely. Oh, the clock going off at 9. And we see at one point one morning Huey throws a water balloon.
The chipmunk.
And it freezes them. But then he gets a snowball thrown at his head.
Because the chipmunks will always choose violence.
Yes, which deserved.
Served.
They instigated it this time.
Yep.
Because they're so sick of hearing the train.
Yeah.
But they're like, that took care of that. Yeah, and which Louis points out, until tomorrow. And then the next day, and the next day. And then Huey has a very DuckTales 2017 Huey-esque breakdown.
It made me miss the show.
Yesterday's today and today's tomorrow, and it's gonna be the same thing day in and day out and day in and day out after that. Get a grip!
Because the time loop that they're in, every day is the same.
Yeah.
Nothing changes. And so here's a breakdown.
Yes.
Which Dewey and Louie need to like
shake him out of it.
Yes.
Oh no, poor boys.
But obviously they all know how he feels.
Yeah.
And that in order to change things up, they're gonna mess up some shit.
They're gonna destroy Donald Duck's soul.
Yeah. Holy Spirit, his will to live. God. Yeah, because they're so sick of the same thing. The same toys, the same food, the same train outside their window, that they want to liven things up. So we see Donald. We actually see Donald now preparing the breakfast. He's putting it all on the tray. And so the nephews decide to fuck shit up with their toys.
Yeah. So immediately they use the little remote car in the plane to
with Donald. They ram them straight into Donald. So obviously food is in a big pile. He's been crashed into by the car and the plane. The plane is he has parts of it in his mouth.
Yeah.
And
propeller in his mouth and then the wings on the head with
and the
car.
Toy car on his head. And when he gets mad, the propeller starts spinning and propels him forward.
Yeah, which is a funny he's flying with it.
That's right when the family arrives and Daisy yells at Donald for playing with the boys' presents. And Donald, who just can't catch a break, looks at the camera are you serious? And falls out of the air.
Yeah.
Which is cute.
That's fun. Aunt Gertie goes to give the boys their kisses, and they're in full scuba gear.
Yeah, which are color coded, of course. And we see later, Daisy's preparing the dinner, and she puts down that covered tray, to which the nephews pop up outside the window, looking like they're up to some shit.
Yep.
And then cut to the dinner. Same thing. Isn't this lovely? All of us gathered for a wonderful meal. And the boys watching very excitedly as she uncovers the tray.
Yeah.
How did she not feel this thing moving around?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a live turkey.
It's the live turkey.
It's the turkey.
Yeah. And immediate chaos.
Because there's a live animal that has been brought to dinner. It runs up to Donald. It's running all over the table. It kicks all of the mashed potatoes into Scrooge's face.
And Donald is fucking pissed.
Yeah. He chases the turkey. Huey and Dewey and Louie laugh uproariously. This is incredible. It's the funniest shit they've ever seen.
Turkey runs over the piano keys, and so does Donald.
Yeah.
The piano, like, implodes.
It explodes. Like, it just breaks into 1,000 pieces, and off his Scrooge, horrified. Because his carols that he loves, so people love playing the piano and singing with the family.
No!
Like all of Donald's nicely laid Christmas decorations. It's just a scene of absolute chaos as, a live turkey is let loose in a house.
Destroying everything. They have a bunch of, obviously, like, Christmas decorations, knickknacks. Everything is being destroyed.
Yeah, it runs, the turkey runs up the chimney, and Donald tries to catch it, but it runs up and out the chimney.
It becomes Santa.
It pops out of the chimney in a Santa suit and a hat.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cute. And a beard. A fake beard. And he goes, gobble, 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 which is cute. But we come back inside, and we see just the absolute carnage.
Yeah.
That resulted from the turkey getting let loose.
And everything is a nice blue tone, so it's fucking sad. Which it is.
And we honestly covered in soot, like walking back from the chimney, leaving like footprints. Like he leaves footprints, like soot footprints.
And he's looking at everything that's destroyed. He looks at like the family.
They just kind of look back at him sadly, like they don't blame him. Obviously, he didn't bring the turkey, but this commiserating kind of sadness, like. Oof. I don't know, it feels like a little more adult kind of sadness because he's only looking at the adults.
Yeah.
It just feels like all the effort and energy that you need to put into Christmas that we know now as adults.
Yes.
Tragic.
I was in a mall for 6 hours last Friday.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, all the effort and energy that goes into making Christmas as magical, quote unquote, as you can make it as an adult. And here we see it all went to literal shit.
Yeah.
It all went horrible. Everything's destroyed. But he has a brief moment of hope.
Yes, because at least the Christmas tree is still here. It's still up.
Yeah. And he still says it right before the tree just falls on him.
Yeah.
It's not funny, though.
No,
it's not played for laugh. It's a little funny, obviously, because it falls on him.
Yeah. And it's a little funny because also, like, the boys immediately are like, okay, like, let's leave before we get yelled at.
Yeah.
And they go to open, like, the closet door to get the...
They yank it open, they're gonna get their sled, and they even say, oh, we'll be back, Uncle Donald.
Yeah.
But no one's listening to them.
No.
Because...
the most depressing shot.
It's so sad. Because they see that Donald, for once, isn't getting mad at them.
No.
Because he's too upset by how Christmas is ruined. And again, all the effort that the adults put into it, and it's been shot.
Yeah.
And so he's laying under the tree. He's given up.
Yeah. It's so fucking sad because he's literally just laying there. He has like the topper on top of his head, but it's still so fucking sad.
And we have that blue lighting, so it all feels much more somber. And then that gets the nephews to stop. And we see Daisy walks over. And, like, that part of the garland is also, like, falling off the wall, so she has to lift it to get over to him. And she kneels down next to Donald.
She's so gentle, and it makes it even more sad, because she just wants to comfort him.
Yeah.
Well, we still have the tree. Let's get out of here before Uncle Donald gets mad. Hey, we'll be outside if you need us.
Donald, are you all right?
It's really nice. Like, especially since obviously we've seen Daisy mostly chastising Donald.
Yeah.
Throughout even without the time loop. So here we see how much they actually care about each other.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, there's stopped Huey, Dewey, and Louie in their tracks. And in that moment, the card that they've been neglecting for months lands on their heads. And they now finally acknowledge it and they read it.
To Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Christmas isn't about candy canes, holly, or lights all aglow. It's about the hearts that we touch and the care that we show. Wishing you lots of love, Donald and Daisy.
I like that it's a gift from Daisy too,
Yeah.
which is cute. And we see as they read this, we see the family, gets closer, and Daisy kind of hugs Donald. And he's still on the ground. But it's this really sweet moment of she's comforting him.
Yeah.
Because obviously Donald feels responsible for everything going wrong.
And like they know that like he wanted to have this special Christmas with the boys.
Yeah.
And it's so sad because like she like nuzzles him and he like does grab her, and it's just because we see the boys end up heading upstairs and we just get this shot of the adults just kind of being like, fuck.
Yeah, like this is
bad.
so bad. Like this, Gertie says, some Christmas this turned out to be.
Yeah.
And it's the nephews, realizing how selfish they've been, both in how they decided to act out and liven things up, ruined everything for everybody just by thinking of themselves. And obviously not reading the note until now, and so they feel all kinds of guilty. Especially for how sad Donald specifically is.
They really hurt Donald's feelings.
Yeah. They go back upstairs like feeling awful, and it's just really like the music feels really somber and heavy, and they all climb upstairs and see that they're like kind of pacing as they head back up. Like, and they decide that how tonight was awful. Yeah. And they never want to do anything like that again.
I think I did a note that it's God Bless Ye, Merry Gentlemen, which is a very somber carol.
Yeah, this whole, like, the whole movie has Christmas music all over the place.
It's very fun.
It's very fun, yeah. And so they head back to bed, and they decide that tomorrow they're going to have the best Christmas ever. So I guess they slept for like an hour. They waited till the adults were gone, or until like time reset or something. We see that they're up late, they're sawing and hammering things.
Yeah.
And they say, good thing we're putting these to good use. Wonder what they could mean.
So then we do see Chip and Dale again with their toy train. This time, instead of getting frozen, they get a nice little gift.
Instead of getting a water balloon flung at them, they get a little a bag with a nice bow of acorns.
Yeah,
a Christmas gift.
Yes, very cute.
Yeah, and they wish Chip and Dale a Merry Christmas. And we see now downstairs. They've been awake, and they made Donald breakfast. Yeah. And I like compared to Donald's like breakfast of like pancakes and eggs. Their breakfast is all sugary stuff.
There's literally like I think at least 3 bottles of like some type of soda.
There's cupcakes, pie.
Well, I think like a
fruity
cereal.
Cereal. I like that difference that they made like a little kid breakfast, which is just all sugar. And it's for Donald, and he's like, oh, isn't that nice? But he's like, wait a minute, you want to open gifts? And they're like, God, no, we're good. We gotta wait for the family.
It's so funny, because immediately Donald like, something is not right.
Yeah, which it's true, but he doesn't know that. They actually do have good intentions. Something needs to be suspicious, which, fair. They had to like, relive this day, like, 30 times before they learned this lesson, so... Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And when the nephews say, oh no, we gotta wait for the family, Donald just kind of stares at them like, who are you? What have you done with my nephews? And family arrives, and the boys welcome Aunt Gertie's kisses. Yeah. They ask for kisses.
Longtime family friend.
God. Scooch's nurse. Like he's strange. And then it's dinner.
The boys go help Daisy carry the turkey. Well, actually, it's not even a turkey this time.
Yeah. They change things.
Yeah.
Things are different. Yeah. Things change in small ways. So they help Daisy carry the tray, which this time is ham.
Yes. Oh.
Further showing that things are different.
They asked Donald if he would like to carve, and he's still very suspicious.
Yeah.
Uncle Donald, would you like to carve?
Something for sure.
Yeah, and they're all super glad to be eating together as a family. They've invited the turkey.
Yeah.
Which, this is reminding me of the Muppets Family Christmas. I don't think you've seen that one. It has both Fraggle Rock and Sesame Street characters.
Oh, I've seen it.
It's incredible. Swedish chef keeps trying to cook this Muppet turkey, so he talks and stuff. I think he's from New Jersey. I think it's the same voice as Rizzo.
Oh, okay.
And he keeps trying to avoid the Swedish chef cooking him. He leads him to Big Bird.
I'm a birdie, I'm a seagull, all right?
No, gobbler, gobbler.
Okay, all right, I admit it. The jig is up. Here I am, the Christmas turkey.
I torskas nu.
And then afterwards, the nephews urge Scrooge to play carols.
Yeah.
This is when Donald's like, enough.
Yeah, he literally
What
is
is
like,
what's going on here? Yeah, because they start singing. But yeah, Donald's like, enough. What are you up to? Like grabs him off the piano.
dancing on top of the piano. He's like, tell me what's happening.
Yeah. You're being too nice. You're being too good.
Uh-huh.
And they admit, like, yeah, because Daisy obviously gets on Donald's case for spoiling Christmas. But then he's like, no, he's right. We are up to something. And we see that they've stashed in the closet. I don't know how they fit this in the closet.
No.
Maybe it's another room. Because it's big.
Oh.
So like pull the sucker out. They have basically disassembled the sleds that they were given by Donald and Daisy and pieced them back together into a sailboat.
Yeah.
On like ski things for Donald.
It's the USS Dreamboat.
Yeah, and Donald immediately is like, oh shit.
Oh.
He made him a gift. It's his dreamboat.
Yeah.
And the boys all run at him for a hug. It's very, very sweet.
Adorable. I'm also crying at Gertie.
Yeah.
Perhaps use them as like tissue.
Yeah. You know what, Gertie? Who the hell are you?
She's never to be seen again.
She's straight up isn't. But I do, yeah. It's so super sweet. I love Donald and the nephews, how close they are.
Yeah.
Because he's their dad.
Raise those boys.
Yes. These terrible, terrible boys. You see, they urge Donald and Daisy together so they can kiss under the mistletoe.
Very sweet.
I love it's that like classic Disney, like, ooh, they're both shy, so they're not gonna kiss right away. Because then they can't live together either, because they can't. We'll get to that with Minnie and Mickey. But like these characters who just live in perpetual like datinghood.
Yeah, they're
They
dating.
can never get married.
Mm-mm.
God forbid. And everyone gets together and sings carols.
Big ol' hug.
Yeah.
Sings carols.
I was thinking about when Donald and Daisy kiss.
Yeah.
Just the thing about how, like, I know with the DuckTales crew for reboot DuckTales, like the logistics that go into how the beaks move,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and how the beaks look when they kiss.
Yeah.
I know they've had to think about this. These guys had to too.
Yeah.
It looks fine.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah. So again, they get together, sing carols. We pan out from the living room out the window, and we see God or whoever sprinkles magic Christmas dust over the house again, so that the curse is lifted and the time loop has been broken. Because then you wake up the next morning, like dreading
the
train,
chipmunks.
the chipmunk.
Yeah.
Next stop, Waterville.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No.
Because they wake up to hear Donald calling for them because he's outside on his dreamboat.
Yeah.
To help give him a little push.
It's so cute.
Yes. And loud. And Cece, further proof that time is passing. Chip is real quick about getting rid of that Christmas tree, ornaments and all.
Like, tosses the whole thing.
And they're like in a tree.
Yeah.
So they have like a little mini, like a foot tall Christmas tree, like a pine tree. That he is just chucking. I guess there's like a miniature trash trucks gonna come pick it up. I guess they're dumping it out with their trash.
The whole thing we see, fucking Dale is like cleaning out the needles.
The pine needles, and their little calendar says it's December 26th.
Yes.
So the nephews, their curse is lifted. They can go on living their lives.
Oh my god.
Christ, they spent at least like a month on there.
Yeah.
Like at least a month.
Oh my god.
Probably more based on just the sheer quantity of like calendar pages we saw go by.
Oh no.
And we see they're helping push Donald up his hill. And talking about how it's the day after Christmas. And And Donald is like, "Oh, I know, boys. Like, you wish it was Christmas every day." And that obviously triggers their PTSD,
Yeah.
their newly discovered PTSD, as they scream and
Like, no!
and run. They give Donald a running start.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, because his little boat sled was built by
Children,
it falls apart right away.
as he's like riding it. He's left with like 2 pieces and
like 2 like wooden boards
Yeah.
under his feet. He yells "man overboard."
Mm-hmm.
He crashes into a snowman.
Mm-hmm.
But he's fine though, because he's Donald.
Yeah.
The day after Christmas! Oh, I understand, boys. You wish you give me Christmas every day. No! Because away! Go, steamer! Wow! Uh-oh! Oh, no! Bad overboard!
So, very cute. Fun ending.
Adorable.
Classic Donald luck. I like that we transition from Donald in the snowman. Like, he's like sticking butt first. Where
yeah.
like the head is his tail. And we transition from that to like a snowman ornament on the narrator's tree.
Yes.
I'm gonna call it that. And we get a little lesson wrap up. But, oh, those poor nephews. It's rough. They're not gonna want to celebrate Christmas.
No, they're
Never
not.
again.
They're done.
They're done. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I love it.
I like that one a lot. It's always fun seeing the nephews because we see them with the mountain stuff. Obviously, DuckTales was like the one that was like that made everyone know who the nephews were.
Yeah.
That really introduced them into a really popular culture because before that they were just in the comics.
Yeah.
So fun times and like the occasional short, but yeah, obviously DuckTales put them in, and then obviously seeing Scrooge again, voiced by Alan Young.
Seeing Aunt Gertie again.
You.
But yeah.
Aunt Gertie. And they don't get like too dark and depressing with it, but the nephew's obviously being stuck in this time loop and it being horrifying. And yeah, and the more somber aspect of the adults trying to make Christmas go right, only for it does go horribly wrong and everything gets ruined.
Like that scene, just seeing him under that tree. It's like,
and the fact that it's not played for laughs.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Like they're able to keep it serious, even though, like, it's funny. Like she falls on him right away. But yeah, I think it's really well done. Now time for my favorite segment.
Same.
It's really good. So we are now moving on to the bear.
Yes. And the name of this segment is A Very Goofy Christmas.
This segment was directed by, I believe it's June or Jun. There's no E at the end. Maybe Jun Falkenstein. And Bill Spears. It was written by Scott Spencer Gordon. I was seeing Scott and then Gordon.
Oh, okay.
Tom Nance and Carter Crocker. This segment obviously is about Goofy and Max.
Yes.
And this teddy bear is important. Keep it in mind. So we haven't seen Max in our Disney Afternoon watch through.
Oh yeah.
We haven't reached a Goof Troop yet. And obviously after Goof Troop, we will be talking about a Goofy movie.
Yes.
Obviously at this point in 1999, a Goofy movie has existed. Goofy movie came out in 1995. So the world has already been introduced to Goofy the Father, as has been beautifully, artfully, masterfully introduced and done in a Goofy movie.
Yes.
But obviously Goof Troop was the first thing that really established Goofy as a father with his son Max. I didn't do too much research because I'll get into that when we get to Goof Troop.
Yeah.
But before Goof Troop, Goofy did have a son somehow
Yeah,
in the shorts.
I owned the Goofy compilation.
Oh my god!
What? I remember.
I remember. Watch that. We need to watch that.
Well, I think I have it in my house. I should have brought. So I remember on the Target display, it was always the Three Musketeers, PS1, Mickey Once Upon a Christmas, and then because they had a compilation DVD for all of
the
games.
how-tos.
Yeah, Because they had like the Mickey shorts one, they had like a Chip and Dale one, they had a Donald one, and they had a Goofy one.
Yes.
And I had the Goofy one, and I watched it all the time. And yeah, you would see like a random sun in there.
Yeah, sometimes. So, to my knowledge, also I'll get into the real research when we get to Goof Troop. But Goof Troop, 1992, I want to say, is the first anything that really established Goofy the father.
Yeah.
With specifically Max as his son. Obviously, in that series and in a Goofy movie, an extremely Goofy movie, and everything since then, wherever Max appears, he is voiced by Jason Marsden.
Yeah.
I get him confused with James Marsden.
Yeah.
But no, James Marsden is Sonic's dad.
Yes.
Okay. Jason Marsden, who voiced the character starting in 1992 and on. Though here, he does not voice Max. This Max is, probably because at this point, Jason Marsden would have been too old.
Yeah.
The young Max voice.
Yeah, because he's pretty young in this one.
Yes. So Max here is voiced by Sean Fleming. The Disney Wiki was weird about when this would be set in the Goof Troop timeline. They say it's set after Goof Troop, but that doesn't make sense because I have watched the first episode of Goof Troop, and it starts off with them moving to live next door to Pete.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah.
And obviously here, we start spoilers. They are already living next door to Pete. So this has to be, if you were to set it in the Goof Troop timeline, it's set somewhere after the first episode of Goof Troop.
Yeah.
Because they're already living next door to Pete. Even though we don't see any other Goof Troop characters besides Max, Goofy, and Pete.
Yes.
What the hell is Pete's last name? Who cares? Doesn't matter. But yes, this is obviously our Goofy short.
Yes.
Our Goofy segment.
And it's fucking emotional.
So good. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, let's get to it.
Yes.
So we pan across this town to Goofy's house.
Yes.
Which is
cutely decorated.
Exquisitely decorated.
Love it.
It's so good.
Like, I love this detail. They got like the garage and like the door is like a present. It has like the big ribbons across it.
There's like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reeds that I can see on the house.
Yeah.
Big Merry Christmas like letters and over the door, ho ho ho.
Yes.
So we know Goofy goes all out.
We got lights. We got the flamingos.
Yeah, the little lawn flamingo that they've decked out.
Yeah.
With Christmas hats, with Santa hats and stuff.
I love it.
And we hear, obviously, Bill Farmer is Goofy.
Yes.
Incredible. And a fun Goofy-ism that he is singing the wrong words to deck the halls. Deck the halls with like, cows and collies, I think he says, which is fun.
Deck the walls with cows and collies, fa la 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 la.
Dad!
And we see that Max is rushing Goofy. He has a one of those Mickey Mouse watches where his arms are the hands, the face of the clock, whatever. And that he's rushing Goofy because they have to get their letter to Santa.
Yes.
And the mailman comes at noon, and they're running out of time.
Yes.
And it's also it's Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve. Yeah, we see that there's the 24th on the watch.
What is with these bitches sending the letters to Santa at the last fucking minute?
No idea.
Like, y'all, Santa's done.
Yeah.
He's checked his list. The gifts are in the sleigh. Santa,
Christmas.
Yeah, Santa's taking a nap right now. He may already be in the sleigh.
Yeah.
And we see, Goofy's taking his sweet time.
Yeah.
I love his Christmas outfit. It's his red sweater and like a stocking.
Yeah. Very fun. What did he say that he might ask for?
Like a fancy electrical recliner.
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't want Santa to think he's some fancy pants.
Yeah.
Bill Farmer's Goofy. It's the Goofy, obviously.
So good.
It's super sweet. Because he's like asking Max what he should ask for. And Max is like, yeah, whatever, Dad. Can you hurry up?
Like, we're gonna be like late. And we do see, because Max opens the door and the mailman is just
what are they trying to do? He's dragging Goofy out. Goofy's still in his chair from the kitchen. He's dragging, and he's still like thinking.
Yeah.
He's not like at all paying attention to Max dragging him to the door. Yes, the mailman has come and gone. They see him driving away. And so he races off on his bike with Goofy on, like, not... Goofy's on the seat. Max is standing and pedaling.
Yes. And, like, Max is just, like, driving through traffic.
Yes. And Goofy is trying to, like, put the letter in and, like, put the stamp on while they're, like, racing down the street. I love Max on his little BMX bike as foreshadowing to an extremely goofy movie, which would come out the following year. Have you seen that movie?
Maybe once, but
It's
I don't
good.
remember anything.
It is good. It's not, obviously, it's not a goofy movie levels, because nothing could match that. But it is genuinely very good. It's Max going off to college.
Oh.
And it's Goofy dealing with empty nest eggs. It's a bummer. And then it's very fun.
Okay.
Goofy gets a girlfriend.
Hey! I do need to watch it.
It's very, very fun.
Yeah.
And like Max, like one of the big plot points is Max enters like an X Games thing.
Yeah. You really were like the shit.
Yeah, like BMX bikes and like Tony Hawk Skater Pro.
Did your school ever have an assembly that was just BMX riders?
I don't think so.
Not they were like, yeah, we're gonna have an assembly. It's gonna be like in the courtyard. I was like, okay. And then like they had a ramp there.
Was it just like to show off?
I guess. I've seen there are people like on the internet be like, yeah, for some reason it was like a safety or like a drugs, like don't do drugs kind of rally thing, but like it was just BMX tricks, so who fucking
yeah, all anyone remembered were the bikes.
Yeah.
Were the sick tricks.
Sick tricks.
Yeah, but I love a little foreshadowing to extremely goofy movie, along with something else.
Yeah.
That I'll get to later. Yeah, Mac was just in traffic.
Yeah.
He's wearing a helmet.
He's wearing a helmet.
That's all that matters.
And we get this shot of this mall. It's full parking lot. And the mail truck is going like around it. So Max is gonna take a shortcut through the mall.
Well, I guess he originally meant just through the parking lot.
Yeah.
But then the mall comes up and Goofy's like, careful, we're gonna run straight into the mall. And Max is like, great idea. And rides his bike straight into the mall. And it's funny compared to the Donald Duck short, which is very condensed, like 5-6 characters.
Yeah.
Versus this and the Mickey and Minnie short segment, which has tons of extras.
Yeah.
Which is funny because obviously there was a different team working on each one. So they run into this very Christmassy mall.
Full, busy.
Yes, it's Christmas Eve. It's packed. Decorations everywhere.
Yeah. Very fun.
Yeah, and they like race down the stairs, the steps, escalator. And Max calls, and they're gonna pass it under a bridge. And Max calls out, "Low bridge," and Goofy goes, "Where?" Straight into it. But he manages to land on a Merry Christmas banner.
So he tells Max to go on ahead and stop the mail truck, and then he'll get to him. Like, he'll catch up while he's hanging off this banner.
Yes, and Goofy has the letter. And so Max races off, and meanwhile the banner tears and throws Goofy straight into a lingerie shop. Which, I think someone screams.
Yeah.
A woman screams because he just rolls straight in. And he like races back out.
Oh, pardon.
Like I don't think he says anything, but you would see him like running back out. There was a broad face. We're not zoomed in, so if you're a kid, you don't notice. You don't even notice if it's a lingerie shop. If you're a kid, it's a lumberjack lingerie. And yeah, so he lost the letter, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, what's he doing? He's looking for the way out, I think.
Let me look.
He's like jumping to like steer over a crowd.
An exit, yeah. Yeah, he's caught behind a line.
Yeah, it looks like a movie theater.
It's a movie theater. And then he's like on the ground.
I think he's trying to just get through the crowd, but he's like crouched on the ground next to a lady.
Yeah.
And she smacks him with her purse because she thinks he's trying to look under her skirt. And he apologizes. He wasn't trying to get fresh.
Oops. Pardon me, ma'am. Didn't mean to get fresh.
Her line is so funny.
And the lady's out of frame, so you only see Goofy.
Yeah.
and then he runs onto a treadmill outside of a sporting goods store.
Yeah.
Cue a reference to the how to exercise.
Yeah.
And he looks at the camera and goes, "Oh, like
what are you?"
Yeah. Reminds me of remember Sports Goofy and Soccer Mania?
Yes. Oh my god. I didn't watch that again. That was a trip.
Insane. And it's like an almost pilot for DuckTales, even though it's technically a Goofy short, sort of.
Kind of.
The Beagle Boys are there.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
So strange. The like insane animation they give to Scrooge.
Oh my god, I need to watch
And the weird long silences.
Yeah.
Such a weird fucking short. It was on YouTube. Sport Goofy and Soccer Mania.
Yeah.
Weird as hell. Though the how to exercise, the how to Goofy shorts are all the peak of comedy.
Yes.
They're so good. Anyway, Goofy finds the exit. He's running towards it. But the door opening, the wind
like, blows in and like takes the letter with it.
Yeah. The letter is taken out of his grasp. Meanwhile, Max is already out of the mall. He is chasing down the mail truck.
Yes. And so we see Goofy trying to get this letter, and it's like just flying like across like the big the mall.
This is a 2-story mall. It flies across the divide, the big divide, onto the other side of the mall, into a CEO shorts. Which I never noticed.
Yeah.
Obviously, it being a play on what CF. Fuck, what? It's a New York store. CFO Shorts? CFO Schwartz?
CFO Shorts?
Schwartz.
Yeah.
Fuck, I should look up what. I know what's the funny reference. Wait, no, it's.
FCO.
FCO.
FAO?
FAO.
Damn.
FAO Schwartz.
Baby Toys is what I remember.
Those Toys R Us. Leave us alone. Because these toy stores don't exist anymore.
No.
Like how a lot of malls are dying out.
Yeah.
Because of online shopping.
I will say my toxic trait is that I love a mall.
I do like malls for a certain amount of time. My breaking point is like 2 hours. And then I'm like, get me the hell out of here.
I love...
Unless it's an outdoor mall.
Oh,
then there's like nice seating.
Yeah.
We're from California.
Yeah.
We have outdoor malls.
Yeah, outdoor malls.
And so those are chill. But indoor malls, I start feeling like too hot. Like I kind of like I'm losing my mind.
I love going into a mall, coming out, and it's like midnight. Like it's like dark now. And you're like, that's some good shop. I love window shopping, so malls are just perfect.
Oh no, I can't stand being in a mall that long. I'm like, get me the hell out. Even if I'm shopping for myself, I'm like, I've been here too long.
I gotta go.
Get me out. Anyway, these toy chains are basically dead now. No. But fun little
reference.
And Goofy, instead of like going around like a rational person, decides to. So there are like these.
Which isn't even that far.
Oh, just walk across. No. So there are these massive hanging like display ornaments.
Yeah.
Like these things are like the size of small cars. that are hanging from the ceiling, and he's going to jump across those to get to the other side. And I love we see the shot from below of other shoppers.
Being like there's a madman on an ornament.
That is a Jim Cummings. As like he's basically every single extra.
Yeah.
Like if they speak, it's Jim Cummings.
It's Jim Cummings.
And if they speak and it's a male character, it's Jim Cummings. But just showing off his talent of doing multiple varying voices. So.
Hey, there's a madman on the ornament!
And of course, Goofy makes it.
Yes.
It was this daring, death-defying stunt, showing his dedication to his son.
Yes.
I love the shoppers applaud.
Yeah.
But his stunt loosened the rope on one of the ornaments.
And it fucking.
It like hit. I never expected to hit the guy. Or I expected to break.
Yeah, shatter.
Like I expect it to shatter, but it bounces. It makes like this very distinct bounce kind of noise when it hits the guy. Who takes a picture before it hits him. And like the film like busts out.
Yeah,
we see.
Poor camera.
And when he falls over, yeah. And we see that the ornament is now chasing
people.
Like the Indiana Jones boulder, which will get referenced again. And meanwhile, outside, Max has stopped the mailman. He's like, he rides his bike right in front of the mailman who was driving.
Yeah. This mailman is like, get out of the road. Like,
He has like this pause of like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
So we know back to Goofy. Yes, the letter has ended up inside of the toy store, which has kids, messing around.
Yep.
And the letter has landed in the arms of a teddy bear, which is at the far end of the aisle.
The very tippy top.
Yes, of a pile of teddy bears. And then we just get a whole segment of Indiana Jones references as Goofy has to fight his way over. Like, there's kids shooting dirt guns, which is like the little blow darts in the... Oh, see, Indiana Jones 1, Raiders of Doom.
Yeah.
Raiders? Yes, Raiders of Doom. Plural. Like, there's like, when they're in, the cave to the temple of the tomb to get the idol.
Yeah.
There's like the blow darts, that is the dart guns. Like Indiana Jones with the whip, he has to swing over alligators, toy alligators, wind up alligators
that are biting,
which is cute. He lands in roller skates, just like Indiana Jones, and roller skates out. And the ornament ended up on level 2.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. It went up the escalator. Or in an elevator or something.
It went up. Yeah, and now it's fucking Indiana Jones singing. Oh my god, this lady.
This is a cute bit. We see inside like a Christmas store. There's a lady with like this very tall, like
green, like Christmas tree hat. Yeah.
Then she's asking the employee that she wants another ornament, like a big one, for the spot, this empty spot right here on her hat. Right as the ornament the size of a small car rolls in and it's terrifying several shoppers.
Yep.
But if she's like, oh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Jokes.
Like the ball is no longer chasing him. So in his relief, he doesn't realize he is racing towards the edge. Like the railing. Over. And we don't see him fall over, like it cuts. And then he's fallen over the edge. And he catches the top of a Christmas tree, he swings down, like says hi to a little kid.
Yeah, like a
and then
catapult.
Flung straight through the glass ceiling of this mall. Meanwhile, poor Max is insisting to the mailman his dad is on his way with their letter. He can send it to Santa.
Yeah.
And the mailman, a little bit nicer now, he's like, sorry, kid, like, I gotta go.
Yeah. And just as he's about to leave, fucking Goofy smashes through the roof.
And he has the letter, which he licks closed, and he's like, here you go, Mr. Mailman.
Yeah.
But my dad's gonna be here any minute, honest.
Sorry, kid. Gotta go.
Oh! Special delivery for the North Pole. Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
It's a fun, like, Goofy, like...
Yeah, like, Goofy's shenanigans. And
fun Goofy shenanigan bit, like...
I love it.
That's the most really we get in this episode, like, in this segment. Like, we needed fun Goofy being chased and running and
destroying a mall. Yes. Like, to me, it's so nostalgic to see Goofy and his little antics.
Yes, yeah.
Destroying a mall.
Assuming this is Spoonerville, the town from Goof Troop, they must have, like, Goofy insurance. And yes, Max relieved. Like, they did it. They've mailed their letter to Santa.
Yes.
And so we see, like, later that day, they're shoveling snow out of their driveway.
Yes. And Max is like, are you sure? Like, we got it. He's gonna get it. I'm like, at that point, no. It's the day before Christmas.
Yeah, no. But, it's not magic.
Yeah.
And we learn what Max asked for, which I love how insanely long the description is for this the snowboard.
Snowboard. It's like, it's so... all its features, I guess?
It's everything in the commercial.
Yeah.
So funny. His own one-of-a-kind, carbon fiber, torque rod, snappy flex, tip-to-tail, rail-to-rail, wooden core, twin-directional snowboard.
Oh my god.
It's very funny. And I love that Max, while he's saying this, because Goofy obviously tripped, he slipped, because he's Goofy.
Yeah.
And Max helps him up while he's listing all of the adjectives.
The selling points for this snowboard.
Yeah. And their driveway is totally clean. And
it's clean for Santa. It's ready for Santa, as Goofy says.
Right as Pete next door with like a high-powered like snow blower golf cart thing blows all the snow off his driveway onto theirs.
Yeah, what a fucking ass.
So Pete is here.
Yay!
So
he's the worst.
He's the worst. Assuming this is the Goof Troop universe, either Peg, Pete's wife, has already divorced him, or she's taking the kids to her mom's for Christmas.
I think, yeah.
Because we don't see PJ or Pistol.
Yeah.
That is the daughter's name is Pistol, which is wild. And this Pete, he's like a grayish brown. His fur, which is a choice. I've never seen him this color before.
No, this is a different variant.
Yeah. So see in the next short, we see Pete again.
Yeah.
A different variant of Pete who's back to his black fur.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, I'm assuming by Goofy movie time, Pete and Peg are definitely divorced.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, he only got custody of PJ.
Yeah.
He is the only child
One
willing to visit him.
Yeah.
Because Pete sucks. We know this. He's abusive, for sure.
God.
Terrible person, but he's hilarious.
Pete's such a great villain because he's just the fucking worst.
Oh yeah, so obviously here he has blown all the snow. And also say he's divorced because his house is real big. So he spent all of the money he got on the settlement on a big house.
Big house.
There's like a fountain and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Pete in Goof Troop was like a realtor or something.
Oh, fancy.
And obviously by Goofy movie timelines, they have both he and Goofy work at Sears.
Yeah.
But
oh my god.
Whatever. And obviously, the snow was piled hilariously on the Goofy side, and Goofy not even mad about it. Is like, well, looks like we got some more work to do.
Yeah.
And he's like, they ended up on the roof.
They did.
And so he walks forward and falls through the chimney. Gonna have to clean up again for Santa.
Yeah.
To make room for Santa to land. He even wishes Pete Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve it.
Pete, just a hater.
He is. Oh, that Santa's never gonna find their chimney if it's covered in snow, and then
Yeah,
and then cue him falling through the chimney. Hysterical.
Yeah. And here comes Pete being the fucking just awful human.
Yes. Because Pete's like, wow, can you believe, calls him like the Goof Brain, the Goof Meister, and he still believes in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And obviously, Max
is like, oh.
What do you mean? Like, there isn't one?
And, like, Peace is, like, laughing, like, oh, you're just like your dad, like, with the goof gene coursing through your veins.
And Max, upset. He's like, this is a Santa. He's, like, stomping down the hill, and he, like, slips, and, in a kind of goofy way, like, tumbles down the rest of the way. And Pete just kind of laughs at him, and then, like, drags him up by the hood to be like, okay, nah, let me rap with you, son.
Yeah.
Let me ruin Christmas for you. This is the funniest part. Jim Cummings has Pete down to an art. Like, this Three Musketeers,
Pete, so freaking good. I had to just listen to the villain song sometimes. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's a lot. So he's telling Max that Santa's a myth, an urbane myth, like that Loch Ness monstrosity, and the guy that brings the sweepstakes checks.
Oh my god! And he tries to be like, think of it realistically, Max. Like, do you really think that this like man in a red suit could actually give presents to the whole world? Like that's not
reindeer that fly. Like it's impossible. And the third bit. He's like, listen here, I've been all over the world. I've been to all the foreign lands.
Brooklyn included.
So dumb. It's so funny.
Now, well, think of it. An old guy in a red suit cruising the whole entire world in one night, using reindeer would fly? Why, it's practically impossible. Look, kid, I've been around, see? Been to all the foreign lands, Brooklyn included, and I never seen, nor met a soul who's seen, this Santa Claus fella.
Oh my god, it gets it every fucking time. All the foreign lands, Brooklyn included.
And then he's never seen or met someone who's seen Santa Claus.
Yeah, and just panning it like of Mac's sad face because yeah.
Because Pete is like an adult. He knows in his life, 'cause, sucks, but it's telling him straight up that Santa doesn't exist.
I would like to repeat that I got Santa spoiled by a priest.
What?
I was in church.
What?
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
Probably like in maybe like 8 years old.
Yeah. Probably same for me.
Yeah.
I was in 2nd grade.
Yeah, like I think 2nd/ maybe like 3rd grade.
Yeah, it was a kid in my class.
Oh no. Yeah, that's up at the age where people start like saying
because it's like when it's like the kids who know want to like be the one to tell someone else like crush their dreams.
And the priest in our church was like, "Oh, and parents like stop lying to your children." Like, and he told everyone. And apparently, from what I heard, like at that point, there was still like a nun that was working there.
Yeah,
she like laid it on. Wow, like, never ever do that again.
Oh my god, no! Like there's like 5-year-olds and stuff at church. Like
holy fuck! What like?
That's not up for you to ruin. Like it's up to the parents or the kids eventually when they get older to find out.
Like I remember being upset, but also like I really want to know like how my parents did it. I was like, oh, like do you guys buy like different wrapping paper? Like I want to know the law.
No, I remember when I was old enough to help my parents and grandparents like put out the presents for the younger kids. Santa presents. Yeah. So I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest of all my cousins and my siblings. There's like a 2 or 5 year age difference between me and some of them. So I reached a point when I was probably like 12, where I was old enough to help wrap and like put the gifts out while the other kids were asleep, which is very exciting. I remember like having to like, because like all the kids were sleeping around the tree, so I had to like step over them and put all the presents out. Very fun.
And like my cousins, I would be like, hey, like does like Jenny still believe? It's like, oh yeah, and so then you like you're nice about it.
Yeah.
Me relating it always to my wrestling lore. It's like people that enjoy being like, wrestling is fake. It's like, dude, I'm 10 years old and I don't know, but you're being a real asshole.
People who do that are the ones who would tell other kids that Santa didn't exist.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god. What are you gay?
Yes. Anyway, Goofy's being perfect. Yeah. And he found the front door when he opened because the whole house is covered in snow.
Yep.
And he's like carrying ornaments because they're gonna decorate the tree.
Yeah.
There's a big pile of ornaments all stacked up. And of course, some snow falls on his head. And Pete is like,
happy that he destroyed a boy's dreams.
A child's dreams. He's like, oh, Merry Christmas! Oh, and Happy New Year! He leaves Max crying.
What?
He gets this, like, sixth sense of satisfaction that Pete gets.
Oh my god.
I think you notice that Max is, like, smiling back at Pete, like, Merry Christmas, neighbor. But as soon as Pete closes the door, he starts to cry.
Because what the fuck? Oh, it's so sad.
And, so we see Max goes back in the house. And I do like this nice animation choice where he enters through the front door, and we see in the foreground Goofy is unpacking all the decorations to decorate the tree. Real last minute, Goofy. Who decorates on Christmas Eve?
I don't
know. It's Goofy. I bet their last 5 trees caught fire.
Yeah.
So they have like a big stash just like in the backyard of extra trees and ornaments. So Goofy's in the foreground, and Max stepping through the front door is in shadow.
Yeah.
Because we see that his head is kind of lowered. He's bummed out. And Goofy saying that he's upset, asks what's wrong.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, it looks like you Santa Claus left a piece of coal in your stocking. And Max is like, Santa isn't real.
No, he's like, I heard there isn't a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I love this bit. So and Goofy's like, who would have told you something like that? And Max tells him that it was Pete. Goofy, like, where does this sass come from? He looks at the camera like, well, that figures.
Yeah.
I'm like, Goofy's aware.
Yeah.
He knows Pete sucks.
Yeah, he knows.
Like Goofy's gonna be chill about it, but he knows Pete sucks. Which is very funny to me.
It's a fun detail.
I love that. Like, okay, I will say it now, and I'll say it again. A Goofy movie was the best thing that could have happened to Goofy's character ever, full stop. Like, it can't even, like, this special came out, obviously, post a Goofy movie. So, Goofy's character is obviously informed by that movie. And so, it's this really, really great balance of, like, a kind of absent-minded, silly Goofy, tempered by, I don't know, the really, really well done dad Goofy side, where he is a little bit sassier, he is a little bit smarter and more self-aware, because they give him that level of maturity. They, instead of just being not a one-note character, but a purely comedic character, they let him expand past that and be Goofy the father. Yeah. Which is so good. So, like, little bits like this, where, well, that figures. Like, he knows Pete sucks. Yeah. And, yeah, this is the awareness. Then we see it again, just throughout. Like, the character of Goofy is so well done.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, he is silly, but he's, like, right now we're gonna see, like, he's gonna do his best to comfort and reassure his son. Yeah. And just, so good. Yeah.
And so right now, he reassures Max that, of course, and I do like that he calls Santa Santy. He's Santa Claus.
Fancy Claus.
And he reassures Max that, of course, there's a Santa Claus. That he's sure there is. He's like, I've been wrong before. And Max goes, well. And Goofy's like, well, why even a broken clock is wrong.
Right. 2 or 3
right,
days.
Yeah. And we see he's putting up ornament that he says this. And Olivia Goofy's like, yeah, okay, I'm wrong a lot of the time. Yeah. But not always.
But not always. And yeah, he's holding a Santa ornament that he gives to Max as he says that Santa won't let him down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Believe me, Santa won't let you down.
You really think he'll come?
Why, as sure as pigs fly.
And the first ornament he puts up is a little angel ornament. Oh. That I caught, and I'm like, holy shit. How have I never seen this before? The ornament is a ornament of Angelique, who is a Christmas tree ornament character from Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas, which came out in 1997. And she's voiced by somebody. Let me look it up. Don't ever watch it. You never watch Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas. Spare yourself.
Oh my god.
My god, it sucks. I think is it Angela Lansbury? No, I'm wrong. Bernadette Peters.
Oh. Also from
she was in the Brandy Cinderella.
Yeah,
and many other things. I think she was Broadway.
Yeah.
It has Tim Curry. And it sucks. Like, don't ever watch Beauty. Yes.
There's a pin. Disneyland has a pin.
What's his fucking name?
Forte.
Don't ever watch Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas. Spare yourself, spare your sanity, spare your soul and your mind and your eyes. But that's where she's from. Yeah. And I saw Goofy put that ornament up and I was like,
that's her.
Hold up. I'm just my rewatch for this recap. I was like, hold up. So I'm betting someone who worked on that worked on this.
Yeah.
Probably one of the animators.
That's a fun detail.
Very fun. But yes, it's in the middle of obviously Goofy reassuring Max that Santa will be here, that Santa will come. Max puts up the ornament, and he asks Goofy, so what did he end up asking Santa for?
Yeah. And Goofy reassures him that he asked for, like, the same thing he asks every year.
Yeah, the usual. He's very quiet about it. Oh, the usual. And when Max insists again, like what's that? And he tells him, it's a surprise.
Yeah.
And so they have the lights up on the tree and also wrapped in the tree. And he insists Max plug in the lights.
Immediately they all explode.
Yeah. Which I think helps with my theory that
they've burned
multiple trees. This is the 5th one.
Yeah. Because immediately Goofy gets electrocuted.
And we see I caught this also. When Goofy gets electrocuted, you briefly see like a skeleton, but also a skeleton Goofy with like a pharaoh.
Oh yeah,
like a pharaoh headdress. And I swear to God, this is a reference to the 1992 Disneyland or Disney World parade. The World According to Goofy.
Yes.
A 1992 parade for Goofy's 60th birthday. in which one of the character segments is King Putt.
Yes.
For the Egypt/mini golf portion of the parade, where there's a Goofy in like a pharaoh headdress.
Yeah.
And I was, again, just in my recent rewatch, I was like, is that a fucking reference to the 1992 Goofy parade? The World According to Goofy?
They should bring that parade back.
I swear to God, that would be incredible.
I want a photo
all those
the
floats,
goofball.
all those. Oh my God, Golfball Goofy! Golfball Goofy, the most horrifying thing to ever exist. It's heinous. I would fit in that. I want to be Golfball Goofy. You need to be short to fit in that.
Yeah, bring it back. Give Anna a job.
Give me a job and let me stay in LA. But Disney Dan, if you don't know Disney Dan on YouTube, he covered the World According to Goofy parade.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you can find it anywhere else, so go watch his YouTube video.
Yeah, watch it.
Which has basically the whole parade.
It's so baffling.
Yes. Also, Defunctland covered it on their 2021 charity livestream. Yeah, you would have to like search through hours of charity video, of YouTube video. So go watch Disney Dan's video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I caught that and I was like, hold up.
I have not noticed it. That's so cool.
I haven't rewatched this for a few years.
Yeah.
And so I caught a lot of little thingies, like Angelique. I was like, hold up. I know her.
I recognize her.
So yeah, Goofy got electrocuted, but he's fine, because he's Goofy. Max goes back to his room. I like his room.
Yeah.
He has a poster of a snowboarder, assuming with the snowboard he wants.
Yeah.
Which he high-fives.
Yeah.
It's a little cute, because the way the snowboarder is posed, they got a hand outstretched.
Yeah, so they high-five.
Yeah. But still, Max is still doubting a bit. Because he knows that his dad reassured him that Santa does exist. But Pete's
facts,
his logic, are making him second guess.
Yeah.
I love to see Pete's face in the glow.
Oh, so ominous.
I love the using reindeer what fly. Just like the Pete voice.
Yeah.
Like whatever accent he is that he has. Oh yeah, Max tries to do research. So he picks up like an encyclopedia or like some sort of like zoo book off the shelf, looking up reindeer.
Yeah.
And of course, it doesn't say anywhere about reindeer flying.
No.
And we got from that book to a cookbook.
Yes.
So Goofy is preparing a Christmas dinner.
He is putting the stuffing into the turkey.
The whole box
and all.
Box and all. He's out and Max wanders in and Goofy asks if Max wants to help him. Which, yes, help your father.
Yeah. His hand is stuck in the turkey.
Yeah, his hand is stuck in the turkey. In like this raw turkey now. But Max is on a mission. He's on a fact-finding mission.
Yes. He's got a clipboard.
Yes.
And he knows that there are over 2 billion children in the world.
Yeah. And yeah, because she's trying to reason out like how Santa can exist. How he can do what he does. I love, and Goofy's, no wonder I keep tripping over roller skates. Again, I love it, like, looks at the camera a lot of the time. It's just cute. But yeah, again, Max trying to reason, like, Santa would have to visit 800 kids a second.
And the math's not adding up.
Yeah. But Goofy's trying to reason it through. And this whole bit reminds me of, I don't know if it's because I just watched The Santa Claus with convicted felon Tim Allen.
It's funny because at different points, we both got reminded of The Santa Claus with convicted felon Tim Allen. Completely different parts.
I mean, I reminded later, right? Specifically here. Yeah, because, the Santa Claus, the first one was 1994. Because in that movie, Scott Calvin, convicted felon Tim Allen's character, it has to explain to his son who is trying to reason through all of the Santa stuff. And in the beginning, Scott Calvin has to just make stuff up. Because he doesn't know. And he doesn't believe in Santa. But he's making stuff up for his kid.
Yeah.
So his kid believes. But obviously here, Goofy does believe. But he doesn't know the specifics.
Yeah.
Goofy. So while he's trying to cook this turkey and get his hands out of it. And just, making a general mess in the kitchen, he's also trying to explain Max as best he can.
Yeah, he's like, Santa's done it so long, he already knows all the shortcuts to get through it. And he's staying on the stove, which is on, apparently.
Yeah, he left it on. And as these pants catch fire, he lands himself in the sink. And then Max moves on to the reindeer.
Yeah.
Which is also a question that I think the kid asks.
Okay.
In the Santa Claus. And well, Goofy tries to explain how like the antlers create lift and let them fly. He has pulled a tray of cookies out of the oven.
Yes.
With just his cartoon gloves on, which apparently don't protect him against the heat from the oven.
Bare hands, basically.
I just noticed that Max also has the gloves, obviously. We see how Max is used to Goofy's clumsiness because he gets like a non-oven tray to catch all the cookies that Goofy throws into the air. While Goofy sticks his hands in the sink.
And then he grabs the tray from Max, only to then slip on the turkey.
That thing's been on the ground. You can't eat that now. No. And then it lands on his head. Comedy gold.
Comedy.
But eventually, we see that this dinner does get cooked. And we see that Goofy is carrying a, 20, platter high stack of food. Of covered food.
And Max is also carrying his own tiny pile.
Yeah.
Of food.
And, we see Max wondering, where are we taking all this? And we see, and Goofy explains that they're going to share Christmas with those less fortunate. Who happen to be their neighbors.
Yeah.
I love it. And Max asks, shouldn't Santa be doing this? But no. Goofy's like, well, no. Santa does enough. We can do some stuff, too. We can do some stuff to help. Yeah, this is just Goofy just being a good guy.
Yeah.
We see they're going to their neighbors.
And so, it's 2 little kids and another couple of kids.
There's 4 kids.
4 kids. Yeah.
And we see it is a smaller house that's by theirs.
Just Max taking a candy cane from the tree.
And I do since we see in pretty good detail Goofy and Max's house compared now to this house.
Yeah.
Which is a lot smaller. There aren't really many decorations.
Yeah.
This family this is also a poorer family.
Yeah.
With a lot of kids. And we see, so Goofy's helping out. He brought over Christmas dinner. Obviously, the parents, we can assume, were too busy working.
Yeah.
To make food. So it's 2 twin little girls, an older daughter, and
a smaller boy.
And a small boy. A bit younger than Max.
Yeah.
Maybe 7 or 6.
Yeah, that's about
Well, Max is maybe 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while everyone's kind of getting dinner ready, they're getting the table set. Max is standing by this tree, kind of bored on his own because he doesn't really know who these people are, but his dad does.
And this little boy comes up to him immediately. He's like, "Do you want to play cars?" And he's holding 2 different little cars.
Toy Carses.
Yes, Carses.
Yeah, I love it, and I like that for both Max and this kid. They're both very clearly child actors.
Yeah.
So the performances and the characters feel a lot more genuine. They are kids.
Yeah.
The lines.
It's very cute. It's very sweet.
Yeah. And he's offering to let Max play with the red one.
Yeah.
He only has 2 cars. But Max can play with the red one while he plays with the blue one. And he tells him that Santa gave him the blue one last year.
Yeah, and then he hopes that he gets another one this year.
Yeah.
And Max, I'm like, no, Max does
it. No, he almost does it.
Which is tell the little boy that Santa might not be real.
Yes, because the kid, we see him, he does, let both cars go. I'll be important in a second.
Yeah.
And he, kneels next to the kid, and he's like, I'm not so sure.
Just in that moment, Goofy
comes out with the dinner.
Yeah. And immediately uses the car as skates.
Yes. Yes. He had, way too many trays that he's holding. Too many platters. And, of course, he, races around the room and then up the wall.
Yeah.
Drops the food, lands on the table. Everything goes flying, but then lands perfectly.
Yeah.
All perfectly
organized and beautiful.
Yes.
Beautifully arranged.
Perfect spread.
Yeah.
And I love the dad and the mom of the family are oh my god, Mr. Goofy, that was incredible.
The talented Goofy.
Yeah. I do I think compared to Donald and Goofy, because they both have quote unquote bad luck, where will just go off the walls. It usually ends bad for Donald no matter what. Meanwhile for Goofy, it normally turns out okay.
Yeah.
Even if he'll get electrocuted, he'll be fine. He doesn't get mad about it.
Yeah.
He goes flying around the room, up the ceiling, but the food gets all laid out perfectly anyway.
Yeah.
Because Goofy's a good children.
Meanwhile, Donald cannot get a break,
No.
and he'll be angry about it.
And so we see Goofy is the first to carve,
Mm-hmm.
and like that we cut from that to the end of dinner.
Yeah.
There's like little food stains. They've eaten everything.
Mm-hmm. And they start clearing the plates, and
Yeah.
the parents are really thankful for his help.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
With things being so tight this year, well, without you, we wouldn't have...
Oh, don't mention it. You'd do the same for me.
They start trying to thank Goofy, but he's like, "Oh, don't even worry about it."
Yeah.
Like he was happy to help.
Mm-hmm.
This was a fun choice
Mm-hmm.
for I don't know. It's a fun choice for the Goofy character for this segment.
Yeah.
Then instead of just like a Christmas at home with him and Max or anything else, we see Goofy going out of his way to just help a neighboring family, like friends, to help them out and make like a big dinner for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very sweet. I'm like, dang. I didn't remember this part, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. That's so kind.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. And like a little real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like this one and then the next one, they get a little real, and I'm like, oh God.
Oh, jeez.
The realities of life.
Yeah. And especially, this next, okay. So yeah, so Max, like you said, is not Timmy. Timmy is the kid's name?
Is it?
Well, I don't think Max says it till the end.
Oh,
it's the
okay,
kid's name.
yeah,
It's
maybe.
Timmy or Tommy or Jimmy. It's one of those.
One of those will know.
But he's asking the kid, like, have you ever actually seen Santa?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, he's got a big white beard. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, like in real life. Have you ever
Mhm.
seen him? And the kid's like, he nods. And Max is like, where?
Yeah.
And then he points behind them to where Santa has apparently climbed out of the chimney.
Yeah.
Because it's a bunch of like chimney smoke.
Yeah.
And it's Santa.
With a big old bag of gifts and everything. This scene is painful.
It's painful. It's rough. And so all the kids are obviously ecstatic. They run to Santa.
Mm-hmm.
And we do see the kids' parents, like, smiling fondly.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Santa sits down on the armchair. He's like, oh, who wants to be the first to sit on Santa's lap?
Yeah.
And since the other kids take too long to answer, Max goes for it.
Jumps on his lap. And he's like relieved.
Yeah.
He's so relieved because Santa's real. Like he's here.
And then he tells him, I almost didn't believe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Santa's face realizing, oh, shit.
Yeah, like, oh, crap.
Yeah. But then also relief when Max tells him, everything's okay. You're here.
Mm-hmm.
You are real. And then and he starts telling Santa that he wants
just
carbon fiber, torque rod, stubby flex, tube to scale, rail to rail, his snowboard.
Yes.
That he wants. And meanwhile, you see the older daughter is carrying one of the twins, but the other one is standing behind the armchair.
Mm-hmm. She's the little puff.
The pom-pom.
Pom-pom at the end of Santa's hat. She's playing with it. And she pulls the hat off.
Which is connected to the beard.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously revealing that it was Goofy. Dressed as Santa.
Yeah.
For the kids.
The kids.
But to Max, it is the deepest of betrayals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that Goofy was making fun of him.
Yeah, like lying to him. Yeah.
About there being Santa by dressing up as him. And therefore proving that there is no Santa.
Yeah.
And it's
like this part specifically because Max says you tricked me.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
And just Goofy's reaction. Also, Goofy's like horror when the hat and the beard are pulled off is rough.
Yeah.
And Max runs out the door.
Mm-hmm. And he goes after.
Yeah. And Goofy a second too late.
Yeah, gets knocked out because he crashes into the door.
And I love the pillow he has under the suit explodes, so feathers go flying everywhere. Which was very fun. Mm-hmm. That was cute. Yeah, of course, this is like terrible. It's horror. It's heartbreaking. Like, and just the reveal when the hat gets pulled off is real to real.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. And we see back home a little bit later Max is still mad. He feels betrayed. And we see Goofy's still in the Santa outfit. And he apologizes to Max.
Yeah. He tells him, like, I just wanted to make the kids happy. And then he tries to be like, oh, remember our tradition that we would eat, like, one of Santa's cookies before going to bed? And Max is like, what's the point? Like, Santa's not real. He's not coming.
And he's sitting on the couch, like, arms folded, glaring down at nothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, when Goofy sees that doesn't work, he tries to go get a present. He's like, oh, how about like our old tradition of opening one present before bed? It still doesn't work. Oh, Goofy tries so hard. I really like him, like, Goofy's nickname for Max, Maxie.
Yes.
Very sweet. And so he gets another idea. He runs up the stairs and runs back down with Max's old stuffed bear that Santa gave him for Christmas.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. Maybe his first gift from Santa.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like, remember what you called him?
He's like, old stuffed bear, capital.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, old stuffed bear is introduced here. And we see him again in extremely goofy mode.
Oh no.
To maximum sadness effect.
I remember.
If you've seen the scene of Goofy sitting sadly in Max's old bedroom because he's already left for college, cradling old stuffed bear. It was introduced here first.
Depression.
Like, I can't believe, like, the continuity of this bear. Like, how dare you?
Oh my god, how dare you do this?
It's rough. But yeah, so he starts singing the Santa. What song is this? You better watch out, better not cry.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Is that what it's called? Probably, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like singing to Max, like, wanting to make him smile, wanting him to be happy. Max was so done. Yes. He gets to the Santa Claus is coming to town part, and that's when Max snaps, and he's like, no, he's not.
Yeah.
And shoves him. And Goofy's still doing a little voice for old stuffed bear, and he's like, trust me, Max, like, he'll be here.
Yeah, you have to believe that Santa's real.
Yeah. Max grabs one of old stuffed bear's arms and says, and like yells, no, he's not. And this is when Goofy drops the voice.
Yeah. They start arguing, like, no, yes, and then they tug and they rip old stuffed bear's arm off.
Yes, and they both go flying.
Yeah.
Max lands in the pile of firewood. Goofy knocks over the lamp and the cookies and everything. Yeah, and so the lamp gets knocked over, so the room is darker now. He knocked the lamp over.
Yeah.
Which I thought was nice. It was a nice touch, actually. Like an actual reason for the
gloomy.
For the gloom. For the room to get darker with the mood. Yeah, old stuffed bear's arm is ripped off. But Goofy still insists, he promises that Santa is real. And so Max demands that he prove it.
Yeah.
Trust me, Max. You just gotta believe. Santa's real.
No, he's not!
Yes, he is.
No, he's not!
I promise.
Then prove it!
So we see outside of the house that they've set up this, like, watch area.
Like, they built this. This was not part of the house.
What's it? Platform.
Yeah, where did Goofy build this? So yeah, it's a little platform attached to the roof with a ladder leading up to it.
Yeah.
And so Goofy set up a whole little, like a watchtower, like you said, with a telescope. He has a camera, like a heat lamp thing.
Yeah.
That they're gonna stay up here and wait for Santa. Be the first thing he sees and get a picture of him.
Yeah.
So that Max will always have photographic evidence.
Max is obviously still upset not having any. He's like, well, if you don't fall off the roof first.
Yeah. And again, like a little bit of the Goofy sass. He's like, oh, I won't fall off the roof. And a little more of, like, the serious tone. He's like, chillax. Yeah. I love this Max self-awareness of, I'm gonna fall off the roof.
Yeah.
When Santa shows up, we'll be right here to greet him. And then I'll snap a picture of him so you'll always have the photographic evidence.
Yeah, if you don't fall off the roof first.
Oh, I won't fall off the roof, Maxie. You just watch.
They hear jingle bells, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they hear jingle bells. And even, I think, Max gets excited for a second, too. And yeah, Goofy tries to take a picture, the flash goes off in his face. And it's a cute little animation, like his ears, like, uncurl or something with the flash. He gets blinded. But no Santa. The jingle bells are just a lady walking her little dog. While Max is like realizing this, Goofy's like getting tangled in like an umbrella and the telescope. And, like his pants come off and even his boxers.
And he's like hanging off this. He hasn't fallen off the roof, but he's very close to doing so.
He doesn't fall off the roof quite yet. He lands on the roof.
Yeah.
But like he lost his sweater and his pants in the process.
Oh my god.
And yeah, and Max is done. Like he points, it's no, like there's no Santa.
Yeah.
And so Max is going to bed. That he's given up, that he's going to sleep, and that Santa is not coming.
Yeah. And we see him in his bedroom, and his alarm clock shows the time, and he can't fall asleep.
Yeah. We see it's midnight, then past midnight. And I do we see like the car's headlights go over him and over his wall.
I love that detail.
Really nice little like animation things. And whenever he looks out, Goofy is still on the roof, waiting for Santa.
Yep.
He's like, getting covered in snow, and he sneezes, and he pulls out a blanket to wrap around him. And Max doesn't understand why he's doing this. Then 1 a.m. Max is awake still. I like these bits of him.
Yeah.
Just laying in bed, unable to sleep.
And it's like what, like 4 a.m.?
Oh no, I think there's like an error.
Oh, okay.
By the time Santa quote unquote arrived, it's 3 a.m.
Oh, okay.
It's a little error, so I just ignore the clock sometimes. And we hears a noise, but it's Goofy going back up to the roof because he's brought out like the whole like NORAD, like the tracking Goofy invented it.
Goofy invented
the Santa NORAD tracking.
Oh my god.
He's got a searchlight, like a computer up there, and he's got the binoculars. And Max doesn't understand why he won't give up.
Yeah, he's like, why doesn't he just grow up and face the facts?
Cut to, this is
it's
the most painful bit, and we see why Goofy won't give up because he loves his son.
Yeah. And we see that he's shoveling onto like the snow.
He's on the lawn.
Yeah, on the lawn. He writes out the message. Don't forget Max.
Yeah, and like Max is obviously reading this from the window, and Goofy digging this in the snow for Santa.
So he doesn't forget his son.
Yeah, that Santa not forget him because he believes so much and wants Max to be happy.
It's crying hours.
That always gets me whenever I watch. Like when I again rewatching for the first time in a couple of years, I was like, oh God, don't forget Max. I forgot about that. Yeah, Goofy is at his best when he is the most sincere, when he is Father Goofy, Dad Goofy.
Yeah.
So this special does a really good job of capturing that.
So good.
Oh, this part's rough.
This one's so fucking funny, but so fucking sad.
3 a.m. and Goofy is yelling. He saw Santa. Santa is here.
Yeah.
He's yelling for Max to come back out. And we do
see a figure emerging from Pete's house.
Yes, in shadow.
We
see a reindeer. We see what looks like a sleigh.
Yeah.
We see a guy with a Santa hat and a big sack over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And Max gets excited. He climbs up onto the little, what do we call this? Watchtower thing?
Watchtower platform, yeah.
With Goofy. And he's like yelling for Santy.
Yeah.
He goes to take a picture, but the lens cap is on. So he yanks it off, and then he's gonna get the picture this time for sure.
Yeah.
But before he can take the picture, we have a big searchlight projected down from helicopters because this is a Beagle Boy robbing Pete's house.
Smile, Santy!
Come down from the roof.
With your hands up, we have you surrounded.
What in the name of Pete is going on here, for Pete's sake?
We hear immediately the fucking sirens.
Yeah, the sirens. And they're like, we've got you surrounded. Put your hands in the air. And it's straight up a Beagle Boy.
Yeah.
In years, I never realized.
Yeah.
It's his little domino mask. He does have like a Santa hat on.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he's been like robbing multiple houses.
Yeah.
And they tracked him down.
They finally got him.
He wakes up.
Mm-hmm. The fact that he uses his own name to replace God, for God's sake, for Pete's sake.
What is going on here, for Pete's sake?
Oh my god.
He did the funniest motherfucker, and it's so special. He's so funny.
Now, whenever I hear foreign lands, I'm like, Brooklyn included. Oh my god.
And Goofy, like, his last-ditch explanation that maybe Santa's running late.
Mm-hmm. It's so awful, but also so funny. Just this shot of, like, Max looking at, like, this.
Just a shot of Max looking depressed while 15 cop cars and searchlights are, like,
pointed at this person that he thought was Santa, but it's actually just a burglar, a Beagle Boy. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's rough, bud.
Yes. But yeah, and before, Max can get any kind of dig in, Goofy, as you see, is climbing down from the ladder and he slips and he falls off the roof. But it's not funny.
No.
Just like the tree landing on Donald. We see Max is actually worried about his death because he has fallen just like he's fallen back first into the snow. And he didn't get up.
Yeah.
He's just lying in the snow. He's given up.
And he even, like, very sadly says, like, oh, I even fell off the roof.
Yeah. Well, then Max was right.
Yeah.
That there's no Santa. And that he was right about everything. That he even fell off the roof.
Yeah.
Dad! Dad! Are you okay?
You were right about everything. I even fell off the roof.
And it's a bummer.
And he had sadder.
Oh, yeah. Like, yes, cut to Goofy on the couch, and he is, like, shell-shocked.
Yeah. He's just, like, so sad, just staring blankly.
Just at nothing. And Max is trying to reassure him in a fun reverse of earlier when Goofy was trying to lift Max's spirits. But Goofy is just so devastated over having what he thinks is disappointed his son that he can't even react to Max trying to make him happy.
Yeah.
Like, Max is like, first, oh, well, if there's Santa, we can eat his cookies now. Like, no problem.
Goofy's like, oh, I'm not hungry.
And Max is like, oh, well, here, let's open a present. Here's one from me. Open her up. He throws it at Goofy and it bounces off his head.
And he's like, maybe later. Like, oh my, it was so distressing to see Goofy in this.
Yeah, just numb.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then, last ditch, Max tries to sing him the same song, The Santa's Coming to Town, with old stuffed bear, with her sad little ripped off arm.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not bat. I'm telling you why. 'Cause Santa Claus is coming to town.
And then Max, at first giving up, starts to go back up the stairs when he sees Goofy's discarded Santa hat.
Yes. He gets an idea.
And once Goofy's alone, he gives this sad sigh.
Goofy, no!
Are you okay?
He's so sad.
God. And then, someone's coming down the chimney. So Max climbs down the chimney. And immediately, he's like, burglars! He made me laugh.
Same. Oh my god, Goofy. Oh no.
Yeah, this was his first guess is, oh god, not Santa.
Burglars.
Again.
But now it's Santa.
It's very short Santa. Santa's been a little person this whole time.
Hey.
Yeah.
He's so excited.
Yes, and we see obviously Max in the Santa suit. We see the pillow like sticking out. Yeah. And he tries to do a deep voice. But Goofy does buy it. He's like, he's so glad he came. And then he's like, I thought you'd be taller. And then he'll end up, when Max tries to like look a little taller, the pillow falls out of the stomach, and that he looks trimmer than he does in his pictures. I love Goofy. I love how Goofy says stuff.
Yeah.
He looks trimmer than in his pictures.
And obviously Max does the classic, well, you know, the camera, it's 50 pounds.
Buys it, of course. Yeah. He's like, oh, you gotta meet my son Max.
Yes.
But then obviously Max Santa's like, oh, can't.
I gotta go.
Gotta go. Oh, he's like 800 kids a minute. Like, I gotta get going.
He runs up somebody.
He climbs back up the chimney. How did he get up there in the first place?
God.
So he climbs back up the chimney, and Goofy chases him up because he's like, no, you have to meet my son. And then they're trying to get away from Goofy so he doesn't discover the ruse. He slips on the roof, on the snow.
Yeah.
And Max is sliding off the roof.
He almost fucking falls off the roof. Yeah. But luckily Goofy catches him. And I'm like,
by the ankle, just in time.
Yeah, because Max almost fucking died.
Oh yeah, Max almost died. Like, we see the hat and the beard fall, and we do see it far below him on the ground.
Oh my god.
And just like, then obviously Goofy realizing that it's Max. And he quickly drags him back up. And he's like, what were you doing? Like, why did you dress up as Santa Claus?
Yeah. And Max is like, I just want to make you happy. Like you did with our neighbors.
Yeah.
And
they hug. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
And that Goofy feels that even though he let Max down, that Max didn't let him down.
Yes.
You didn't let anyone down, Goofy. You're the best.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so sweet, honestly. Like, they hug, and it looks great.
This moment is so good.
It's
really, it made me want to swallow glass.
It's really sweet. Obviously, Bill Farmer as Goofy is just unmatched.
Yeah. It is just like a nice moment of, he wanted also to make him happy. And just like the, you never let me down. I'm like, oh god.
And then, Max wanted to do the same thing that Goofy did. Like, trying to make him happy.
Yeah.
And they hug, and Max is looking up when they hear jingle bells.
Yes.
And he pokes Goofy's shoulder. And they're like, could it be? Do you think? And this is the first time Goofy says Santa Claus correctly.
Yes.
which I thought was a nice detail. And we see Santa Claus. But he's like secret.
Yeah, like we see like the bottom view of the sleigh.
Yeah, and a little bit of like the Santa hat. Obviously, the sleigh flies overhead. And Max's insane snowboard gently drifts down into his hands. And I will quickly compare this to, again, Mickey's Twice Upon Christmas is fine.
Yeah.
Because I decided to watch some of it in order to have accurate basis for my complaints. So I could critique it properly. We see Santa. So here, Santa is a little more mysterious. He's not a character. We don't see him exactly. We see him. Like, he goes. He's real. But he keeps the mysticism of Santa Claus and the magic and the mystery of Christmas by just passing overhead, proving he's real, leaving the gift, and that's all we need from him.
Yeah.
Versus in Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, the nephews run into him in the North Pole. They run into him. And he's a human guy. He's human.
Yeah.
Not like a dog or a polar bear. He's human. And the elves are human too. And they're the only humans in the whole thing.
Boo.
And it's awful and horrifying. But anyway, just comparing that. Like, full Santa, he talks, he's a character, he has jokes.
Yeah.
Versus this Santa, who is not a character, who is just like embodiment of Christmas. Christmas magic.
Yes. Yeah.
Done a little bit better here. Anyway, Max got his snowboard.
Yes.
And again, he lists
everything.
And he thanks Santa, which is great.
Oh.
Pete went out again. He's like, what's going on out here? It's another robber.
Oh my gosh.
Then he sees it's Santa.
And he tries to play it off as, oh, I've always believed in you, Santa. Yeah. Where's my present?
Yeah. He's like, where's my squirty gun and my yo-yo? And Santa's like, bitch!
Bitch. Fuck
And
off.
he uses Christmas magic to pick up all the snow off Goofy's roof and throw it onto Pete. Obviously, as retribution for Pete doing that to them earlier in the episode, in the
segment.
And we do see Santa does say, like, ho, 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 Merry Christmas in the distance.
This part
And then,
killed me.
Oh.
Yeah, because we see that they're, like, seeing Santa fly away. And Max asks, like, oh, like, Santa didn't forget your present, did he?
To Goofy.
To Goofy, yeah. And Goofy's like, no. You know, I get every year I get the same thing. Max's happiness.
Yes. That's the only thing he asks for every year. Oh, pain.
Pain.
Max doesn't. He got him the same thing. But
Aw.
yeah, then Max is happy because Goofy's the best dad.
Yeah. Oh, they're so sweet.
Santa didn't forget your gift, did he?
Every year, I ask for the same gift, and every year I get it.
What's that?
Your happiness.
Uh-oh.
What is it, son?
Got you the same thing. Merry Christmas, Dad.
Merry Christmas, Max.
Yeah, Goofy's like patting Max's head, and he keeps doing that even as Max walked away. And he's like, oh, wait, where'd he go?
And Max is gonna go share his, oh, he finally says his name here, Jimmy.
Yes.
He's gonna go share his new present with Jimmy.
Yeah. Sounds scary. That's really sweet compared to before when he was kind of standoffish with Jimmy. So we see it's Christmas Day, and yeah, he has Jimmy sitting on the snowboard and pushing him around, which obviously that's not what it's for.
No, yeah.
So it's really sweet that he's, you know, he's like pushing him around like it's a sled.
Mm-hmm.
And we still see like the little Santa like platform is still there. Yeah, and that is the end of that segment.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely our favorites.
Yeah.
We love Goofy,
obviously.
Yeah.
It's a perfect mix of like comedy and also
heart.
Yeah. It's very nice, very sweet.
Yeah, I adore Goofy. The Goofy movie changed my life.
Yes.
It's incredible, impeccable, beautiful. I'm very excited to eventually get to it. It'll be a bit till we get to Goofy movie because we'll watch Goof Troop first. But we're real excited for that. Yeah, maybe we can do Extremely Goofy movie.
Ooh, yeah.
Extremely Goofy movie, not nearly as good as a Goofy movie, but still very good and very funny.
Ooh, okay. So I gotta watch.
Like, everything Monsters University tried to do.
Yeah.
Extremely Goofy movie already did. And better. So, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the end of the Goofy segment. Yeah, still my like in me. I think when I first watched this as a kid, I liked the Donald Duck one more because I like Donald. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I think the Goofy one is probably the best. What do you think?
I think so.
So maybe we're a little biased.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Like, I do really like obviously the triplets and Donald one, but this one is just a little bit more heart in a way.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like it makes me cry.
It's a little more focused because the nephews are kind of like a one entity. Meanwhile, Max is a single, a little more complex character.
Yeah.
And he has like an arc in this segment. And Goofy, of course, is perfect. Like, obviously, the influence of a Goofy movie.
Yes.
Can never be overstated. Which also obviously bums me out. I think we've talked about it before. Probably in our Quack Pack, the DuckTales episode, Quack Pack.
Yes.
How the more recent stuff with Goofy has kind of forgotten the Goofy movie stuff or put it to the wayside. Because what we see of Goofy now are obviously the Mickey Mouse shorts. Where Goofy has been kind of reduced to his base elements.
Yeah, he's like feral.
He's feral. He doesn't wear pants. No pants. No sun.
No sun.
And obviously it's still Bill Farmer. He's still impeccable and hilarious.
Really funny. And it's good.
It's funny, but
but it's way different.
Yes. And it's I mean, it makes sense for those shorts because they're silly.
Yeah.
Like, they feel like they're funny shorts. They don't ever really get serious because they're short. But I miss seeing stuff with Goofy as the dad. Of which is why seeing him in DuckTales in the Quack Pack episode as his Goof Troop Goofy movie version, the superior version, was very nice to see again. So I do want another. Give me a Mickey Mouse, Donald, Goofy something movie. Like, give me this again.
Yeah, do it again.
Like, make it 2D or 3D animated. I don't care.
Something.
But like, I do want to see them again as their actual characters.
Yeah, that would be very fun.
Be nice.
Goofy is my father. I would like to see him again.
Like milking the Goofy movie love that is now kind of people that
has like a cult following.
Because people like obviously didn't do well when it was released, but it did incredibly well in rentals and VHS and DVD, and now it's a cult classic. And so obviously Disney's milking that. So I'm like, hey, how about
do something with it?
Do something with it. Let us see Goofy again. That would be nice.
Also, Disney, please do merch of the Three Musketeers. I want it.
No,
I'll buy it.
They want it. They released the Funko Pops.
Which I have. Thank you, Anna.
Yes, you have Goofy, right?
Yes, I have Goofy. I want like the VHS like copy that they have for like a bunch of other movies.
Yeah.
I want something. I'll buy a purse if I have to.
Yeah. Sigh. Anyway, Goofy ran.
Goofy.
Over. We are moving on now to the final segment.
Yes.
The Gift of the Magi.
I wanted to be a hater, but I actually really liked it.
It's really good. Yeah. Because this is like Mickey and Minnie. Very genuine Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. Maybe because they make them a little more grounded compared to... this maybe like also Three Musketeers. They're a little more grounded characters.
Exactly. This is not corporate Mickey.
No.
Absolutely not. This is like genuine, like good Mickey. I appreciate.
Yes, this Mickey is not college educated. He went to community college, maybe, briefly. But he had to drop out to work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is not our corporate polished Mickey.
Mickey doing his best.
Doing his utmost. So, Mickey and Minnie's Gift of the Magi was directed by Toby Shelton. And that's all I got. I think I said looks like he was the only director, unless I'm wrong. And it was written by Richard Cray and Temple Matthews, which is fun. And we have this is Wayne Allwine Mickey.
Oh wow!
And Russi Taylor as Minnie Mouse. I'm not sure if in 1999 they were married yet.
Oh.
But this is the Mickey and Minnie who would go on to be married.
When I found that out, I was like, "It's beautiful."
It's beautiful and devastating.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it while watching this, which made me cry a bit.
Yeah.
Because they're very sweet in this, Mickey and Minnie. I'm gonna look up when they got married.
Yeah.
Because just the fact that the voice actors for Mickey and Minnie.
Yes.
Got married.
Yes. It's actually making me cry right now.
Oh yeah, I'm tearing up. But oh God.
Oh no.
They were married by this point.
Yeah.
Oh God. No, they got married the next year. I can't read. They got married in 1991. And this came out. What the fuck? I can't do math. This came out in 1999.
So they were married.
I tricked myself thinking this was 1990. I get confused with all the Disney afternoon shit.
Oh,
they're married by this point. They've been married for 8 years.
I'm not gonna cry.
Ooh. Yeah, and Wayne Allwine, I believe, passed away in 2009. I just had the Wikipedia up. And I know that Russi Taylor didn't pass away until, I believe, 2019. Because Russi Taylor, because her last short, her last appearance in the Mickey Mouse shorts is her singing a love song to Mickey.
Yeah.
Which, I think I mentioned before, I tried watching that short in, a Starbucks.
Yeah.
After she passed away, I started crying. I'm like, why am I doing this now? Why am I doing... Yeah, 2019.
2019, yeah.
I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So I have to watch that at home so I can cry about it.
So I can sob.
But yes, this is a married Mickey and Minnie. They're not in the special because, like Donald and Daisy, they can never be married. Because. Again, like the Mickey, like the previous short, we will see a bit of a larger world. Yeah. A lot more extras. Though this segment has I don't know, the world feels much more inhabited even than the Goofy movie, the Goofy segment. Because unlike the Goofy segment where we briefly see the mall and all that craziness, and then we go back to the much smaller Goofy's house and the neighbor's house, we see a lot of this town.
Yeah.
We see a lot of, people celebrating Christmas, people all up and out, people all out and about.
They're already working,
Yeah, this world, we are fully, we're in this town.
Yeah.
You see this town getting ready for Christmas. People are, like, people know each other and they're talking to each other. Unlike the previous segment where we go out to the world and then back in, we're kind of just out in the world the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is fun. And so we see there's a snowplow. He's like saying hi to like the newspaper seller guy. And we
know that they're not working tomorrow. It's Christmas.
That it's Christmas Eve tonight.
Alcohol and tobacco in this universe.
There was a smoking warning, right?
Yeah, there was.
Had to have been.
Yeah, there was.
This one has it. Yeah, this I noticed. There's a sign on the street on the 41 minute and 34 second mark. A sign for a bar. It says ale on tap.
Wow.
Alcohol in the Disney World. Mickey Mouse drinks on.
Oh my god.
Yes, so we learned from the snowplow driver man that it is Christmas Eve. And we see on the streets Mickey and Pluto. And Mickey has a sled that he's dragging a small Christmas tree on. And he's playing a song.
Jingle Bells, I think.
Thank you. On the harmonica. And again, the gift of the Magi. You probably would have seen it prior to this.
Yeah.
Like it's a common Christmas story thing to like not parody but to
reference. Like, yeah.
I remember a Alvin and the Chipmunks version of this. And the harmonica is a staple.
Yeah.
It's based on the 1905 short story The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry. I'm not sure what the Gift of the Magi means. What a Magi is.
I don't know.
Is it a reference to the Three Wise Men? Probably not. No, it's not.
No.
What the fuck is a Magi?
I don't know.
Anyway, we all know it. I watched an Alvin and the Chipmunks version of it.
And nowadays I feel like I always think of like the jokey parodies of like...
Yeah, there's like a 2-second parody of it in Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Where at the end of the Christmas special, they're like, "Oh, Ferb, what did you wish for Christmas?" Because he has like Ferb's whole thing was that he has like one line at the end of each episode, and he's like, "Did you see the morning's newspaper?" And it's like "World Peace" in big letters, and they're like, "Whoa!" He's like, "No, not that." And it's like a small blurb of like, "Boy, like, wow, is the country with harmonica."
Oh wait, Ferb, what did you wish for?
Take a look at this morning's paper.
World Peace?
No, this one down here.
Local boy gets harmonica. Hey, great picture.
Yeah, so we see Mickey playing the harmonica. It's his thing. And he's got like a very like Pauper from Prince and the Pauper outfit on. Like this is something
Arthur, this is a look into a working class Christmas.
Yes. His outfit, yeah, he has like patches on the outfit, and I'm like, looks like it belongs in like the 19th century.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, this is a working class Mickey. Like he gets like seasonal work.
Yeah.
You see. So Pluto was here.
Fuck Pluto. Please know how much we hate Pluto.
I hate Pluto so bad.
Pluto should just stop.
It'd be horrible to say. It's fine.
Oh no.
Should we tell the listeners I'm wearing a little Jingle Bell elf hat? I don't think I specified when I was wearing Jingle Bells.
And I'm wearing
a Jingle Bell headband.
Headband, yes. I forgot the English word for it.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't think we explained fully that if you're hearing jingle bells when we talk, it's because I'm wearing earrings with little jingle bells on them and a elf hat from the dollar store.
That was led part of the headband because the side hat did not fit.
It's very small child.
Yeah. They're for teachers to buy for the performance. They're kind of disposable.
Oh, yeah. Before we started talking about how much we want Pluto to die and all. They passed by a fine collectibles store.
What does the name say? I can't understand
I have
it.
no clue. It's like it's PLUMB.
Plumbus? I guess.
Or plums.
Plum.
Wait, it has to be a comma.
Okay, yeah.
Hope and assume. It's kind of connected to the other
Plums,
ones.
okay, that makes more sense, because I kept reading it like Plumbus?
No, me too. Plumbus. But that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to assume and hope that it's
Plum.
like possessive.
Yeah, okay.
Especially like an old guy owns a place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we see in like right in the display window is a gold chain.
Yes.
Necklace that Mickey wants to buy for Minnie.
Because it would go perfectly with this watch that.
Yeah, that would go perfectly with Minnie's watch.
Yes.
Which is like single watch. It's like meant to go on a chain.
Kind of like a locket.
A locket kind of thing. Yeah. See how much. Yeah, obviously Mickey loves her.
And we see that there's a sign on the window that says that they're going to be open till 5 p.m.
Yeah. I love this. What is this little like peasant sack coin sack?
Yeah, coin purse.
Not even a coin purse. It's made of like burlap.
Yeah.
Like it's like 15th century. Why don't you have like a wallet, my man?
He's too poor to afford a wallet.
Look, it sounds like there's just coins in there right now. But that, he doesn't have enough money right now. But he hopes after a day of work he'll have enough to afford the chain.
Yes.
So the store closes at 5, so she'll stop by after work to pick it up. But first they gotta get the tree over to Minnie's.
Yes.
Poor Minnie.
We get this shot of all her bills, all her final notices. This one just says pay up.
Yeah.
Oh, Figaro, there's nothing but bills. How am I ever going to afford to get Mickey a present?
Minnie did go to college, and these are her student loans. And she's stuck at a dead-end job because the degree she received does nothing for her to get a job in this current economic climate.
To a realtor.
So she gets stuck with a retail job because nowhere that she went to school for and studied for will hire her. And now she's stuck with all these student loans.
Yeah.
And a job that does not pay her enough to cover them. Plus regular bills for her house. And heating. And water.
It all adds up.
Yeah.
She's not doing very well.
No, it's rough. Yeah, we see Pinocchio, cameo, character from Pinocchio. We see that her pet is Figaro.
Yes.
Which I prefer immensely over Pluto.
Yeah, same. She also has a little dog sometimes, right?
Yes, but that dog's hideous, and I ignore him. Or her.
Her! Oh, I know.
I ignore her. She's hideous.
Yeah, I prefer the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figaro, like she's adorable. I think this maybe it's a he.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a he. Oh, Figaro.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Whatever.
Cat.
Very cute cat. And we see again, so Minnie, also working class, we see like her kitchen. There's like cracks in the plaster on the walls. You can see like the drywall underneath. And just telling Figaro with all these bills, how is she going to afford to get Mickey a present for Christmas?
And then we hear the harmonica tunes.
Yeah.
Because Mickey arrived with a tree for Minnie.
Yeah. And before Minnie runs out of the kitchen to greet him, she stashes the bills. Because she doesn't want Mickey to worry. The one does fall to the floor.
Yes.
And Mickey has brought her a Christmas tree.
And they're just so sweet. Like
really cute together.
You wouldn't happen to have the time, would you, Minnie?
Well, let's see, it's,
Gosh, sure is a beautiful watch.
my one heirloom.
I'll bet it'd look real nice with a gold chain around your pretty neck.
Aw, Mickey.
Listeners will know that I hate Mickey Mouse. But this is so cute.
I'm like, a solution to part of the money troubles is they could move in together.
Yeah.
Because obviously they both love each other very much. They want to be together.
But I reminded Anna that they will be living in sin, and Disney will not allow that.
They won't allow that, and they also won't let them get married.
Yeah.
So
we're at
limbo. We're in limbo. They can't live together, and they're just permanently dating.
Yeah. Put a ring on it.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's like Mickey would want to marry her, like clearly, but Disney, won't allow it. So they're just stuck like this.
Yeah, television special. Mickey and Minnie get married.
Yes.
You'll make millions.
Yes. And we see, he's brought her a Christmas tree, and that Minnie tells him how much she loves his harmonica playing.
Yeah. That it makes her heart sing.
Yeah, that an instrument that special deserves a special case.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint, yes. And Mickey's like, oh yeah, someday.
Mm-hmm.
And Minnie's like, And she tells him to come to the kitchen. She's making breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like the animation for her, like how she moves in this segment. I don't know, like a lot of really nice little details in the hand gestures and how she moves. And she's at the stove, and we see that Figaro sees the bill that she missed that fell on the floor, and so he rushes to sit on it. For Mickey.
It's $1,000 bill. I'm pretty sure I saw.
Ooh.
It's really bad. Just live together.
Yeah, I swear. Because Mickey, he sits down. He's like, "Oh, are you sure I'm not eating you out of house and home? Move in together." I mean, we don't see where he lives. He's like living in a tent right side of the road.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know.
Oh no.
But it's so good. She can bring some breakfast, and it's a pancake in the shape of a heart.
So sweet.
And she sits next to him, and we see this clearly something he does all the time. Because he's like, "Oh, Minnie, can you tell me the time?" And there's clearly like a clock on the wall right next to him. But he wants her to pull out the watch.
Her watch, yeah. She had like tied on like a little string.
Yeah.
There's a shoelace.
I think so. Yeah, I think it is a shoelace. You can see the aglet.
Mm-hmm.
The knife and Phineas and Ferb. They have a whole song about it.
Ooh, I think I've heard it. Yeah. And it's a really cute little heart-shaped watch.
It has like little engravings, and it's apparently her one heirloom.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty romantic together. Yeah.
He's like kind of like behind her. And
Yeah.
His arm looks so pretty around your neck.
Yeah. And we cut to Figaro, so we don't see them getting romantic, but we hear him, and I'm like, hey, Jesus. But then Minnie sees at the time that she has to get to work.
Mm-hmm.
She gets her coat on, but we see that Mickey is going to give her a ride.
Yeah.
On the little sled with Pluto as their little like, because he does a scary little horse name.
It's kind of like like redacted. Like I don't remember.
Blur out Pluto. Yeah. And so it's cute. They're sitting on the sleigh while Pluto tows him down the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Try to take the bus otherwise.
Yeah. Or walk there, honestly.
Walk. Yeah. And so we pan across the city to the downtown area to Mortimer's department store. Get to that later. And see, that's where Minnie works. And this is so cute. Like, Mickey helps her off the sled.
Yeah.
And she kisses him on the forehead.
Oh.
It's just so sweet.
It's very sweet. Like, they're in love.
Yeah, because there's none of the, like, ooh, like, the, like, kind of shy coyness that sometimes give, like, Mickey and Minnie or Donald and Daisy before they kiss. Like, they're like, ooh, oh, let me cover my face. Ooh, blush. Like, they're very comfortable together. And it's nice how they portray that.
Yeah, I feel like this is what really helps it be so, like, sincere.
Yeah.
It's like, they're just two people in love.
Yeah. Like, they are in a relationship already. It's very cute. So, Minnie goes to work. She tells him she'll see him tonight. And Mickey goes to work at Crazy Pete's tree lot.
Oh, Pete. He's such a
I love,
villain.
like, it's like a play on, like, a used car lot.
Yeah.
And we see Pete is even, like Danny DeVito and Matilda, sprucing up. Spruce!
Oh, wrap it up, boys!
We're done! We did it! He is, sprucing up, and basically making fake trees out of, like, dead trees.
Yeah.
With, like, toxic flammable glue, and, like,
just
pine tree in a can. Like, I don't know what this is.
Asbestos, probably.
Yeah. And we're back to the classic Pete look.
Yeah.
The black fur.
Same shitty attitude.
Yes.
Welcome to Crazy Pete's Tree Lot. Hurry, folks. Only one more day till Christmas. Easy credit, no money down.
Mickey works here. We'll get seasonally. Like, he gets seasonal work. And we see, he's working right now at Crazy Pete's. And that Pete wants him to sell these 10-foot trees on Christmas Eve. And when we hear, like, there's like a recording of, like, Pete over the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
In this tree lot.
Zero interest, money down.
Yeah, no money down, like, that he charges crazy amounts for trees to the point where people have to like pay them in installments. Yeah. And so he specifically wants these 10-foot trees sold, and it's like, bro, like try to like hook up with some like hotels or businesses because he's gonna fit a 10-foot tree in their home. But this is Pete, so
money,
unrealistic expectations, and money are his go-to. So Mickey goes straight to work.
And he's doing everything really. Like he does nothing
besides making fake trees.
Yeah.
And we see, he like has to carve up the wood to like make the little tree, the tree stands. And he like, hammers into the trees, into the base of the trees. Pluto helps. And they put the trees up on display. He's doing all this work, like nonstop work. And the minute he takes a second to lean back,
admire his work. Even.
Yeah, Pete over the loudspeakers like, quit slacking off. There's a customer.
And it's this like old lady. I love a little hat with the flower on it.
She's like in like a Model T, like a car from like 1905, which is very funny.
She's like, "Don't scratch the paint."
And he's like, "Yeah, of course." Yes. And he's like, "Yes, ma'am." And she's like, "Oh, what a nice boy. He's a little something." And Mickey's like, "Oh, no, I don't expect anything." He like puts his hand out casually, not to ask for money, but she slaps his wad of bills in there.
Like an inch to an stack.
Yeah. And he's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
And that with this, like, he can buy Minnie's presents. The chain for her watch.
Yes.
And we see as the Model T leaves, we see a kind of an older, kind of rusty car that's maybe not in great shape.
Yeah.
Kind of
it's like really bouncy as slow as it comes
kind
in.
of trundles in as the old lady leaves. And we see it's a dad and his wife and the 2 kids. And this is also Jim Cummings in the voice of the dad.
Okay.
And I really like the voice acting for the dad. Like, it's very small role.
Yeah.
But it's we used to Jim Cummings doing Pete,
very like
bombastic and louder characters, or not loud, just kind of like a funny voice. The voice for the dad is very soft. I don't know, I just really like the nuance because he voices like all the extras, and so like the nuance in the voice of the dad because he taps Mickey on the shoulder and kind of I don't know, he's very like
he's really like, soft spoken.
Yeah,
very like I don't know. It makes it like even like harsher what Pete does.
Yes, that's why. He's like
it's a very nice contrast.
Yes, definitely. So he's like, "Excuse me, we're looking for a," and then Pete bursts in like, "Oh, you're looking for the tree."
I got right where you need a 10-foot tree.
Yes,
like the Nova Scotia pine.
And we see Pete bursts in. It leads them to the 10-foot trees, and he is smoking a big fat cigar.
Yeah, so you know he's a villain.
Yeah, I forget. Like he is like you see him lighting.
Yeah.
And you see the 2 little kids, and they look up, and how like the tree's bigger than their house.
Yeah.
The kid voices are very cute.
Yeah. And oh my god.
And the mom, who's actually voiced by April Winchell.
Oh wow.
Which is a fun surprise. Again, like this is obviously a poor family, and they see the price of this 10-foot tree, and the mom says, "This is The mom says, "This is more than we need." Not to be like, we can't afford this.
Yeah.
The kids.
Yeah.
Or him.
And fucking Pete, he's straight up lies to them. And it's like, oh, you know, like, that's all we have on the lot. And
meanwhile, Mickey is, doing inventory or whatever the hell, and is himself holding right now a very reasonably sized tree.
Yeah, because Pete's like, oh yeah, all whatever we have is reservated, as he says.
Reservated in advance. And he gets right up close to the kids, like, you don't want these kids to go without a tree, do you? Like, smoking this fat cigar in their faces.
Yes.
And they're, like, coughing and kind of, like, pushing away the smoke.
God.
It's, I forget how, like, in your face the smoking is. I'm like, whoa.
It's like, Jesus.
And they make it real gross.
Yeah, the kids are, like, trying to, like, they're, like, coughing, trying to, like, ugh.
And the daughter does ask their dad, like, we are getting a tree, right? And
yeah, like straight up just using
the kids, the guilt,
yeah,
the dad, the parents into
buying this expensive ass tree.
We see being on the line for like a tree they'll have to be paying like monthly installments or whatever for.
Yeah.
And we see the dad pulls out like a small handful of money, and he's like, "This is all we have." And Pete, "Oh, that'll be just fine for a down payment."
Oh my god, yeah. And he takes out like the contract that he's gonna have to sign.
Yeah, an installment plan.
Oh god.
He shows the contract and the pen into the dad's hands. The kids are dancing, like, "Oh, we're gonna get a tree." And the dad is like shaking and sweating as his hand gets closer to signing.
Oh my god. Yeah, and he's like pressuring the dad, like, "Hurry up, guys."
Foot off the brake pops. Which is when Mickey comes to the rescue.
And he tells him, "Oh, I found this tree that hasn't been reservated. It's a very small tree.
But it's about the size of Mickey.
Yeah.
And it's perfect. Like, the parents, okay, we'll take it.
Yes, like, and then gotta get out of here before fucking Pete bullies them. And yeah, they take the tree.
Yeah, they buy it, the family leaves, the tree is strapped to the roof. And we hear the dad very gratefully thanking Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey's waving goodbye. And in a fun exaggeration of Mickey's smallness and Pete's hugeness. It's reminded me of like the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Where the size difference is really exaggerated throughout the movie. Pete looming over Mickey.
Yeah. He's fuming.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's pissed because he's like, I had them on the hook for a 10-foot tree, and now I'm not gonna get that money.
Yeah, so he's gonna take it out of Mickey's pay. So Pluto comes in trying to defend Mickey. Does a shit job of it. And Pete, yeah, and so Pete yanks his dumb little coin purse out of Mickey's hands and takes everything.
Yeah,
like all the tip that the old lady gave him and whatever else he had in there.
I'm taking what I would have made off of that tree out of your pay! But whoa, 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 whoa. Now get off of my lawn! Chumps.
Jesus.
And then he throws them off the lot. Mickey's fired.
Yeah.
But Pete very quickly gets his comeuppance.
Because he goes to put the fucking cash in his back pocket, also puts away the cigar, immediately burns his butt.
Yeah. And burns the money to a crisp.
Yeah.
All that money's gone.
Yeah.
And he starts walking off, and I love he starts smelling the smoke of his pants and him burning, and Lover's like, somebody's burning their ham. And of course, he's on fire. He runs through all of the flammable glue, all of the
toxic
glue, the fake trees that are ready to go up like that. And so he explodes. He goes flying like a rocket, and fire is raining down on the trees.
All the embers set fire to all the other trees.
Yes.
And it goes up
instantly. And we see, he's alive for now. He probably died in the fire. Comeuppance!
Yeah.
Karma. Because we see this, massive fire. This big cloud of smoke. And we're hearing sirens.
Yeah.
Already. We're hearing fire trucks. Oh, yeah, we see trucks arriving. To put out this crazy-ass fire.
God.
We cut to Mortimer's department store.
And Minnie is working hard because she's, in the gift wrapping section.
Yeah.
She's going at it.
And this is an alternate universe because Daisy is here.
Yeah.
Looking very different.
Yeah.
To her design in the Donald Duck Stuck on Christmas segment. I think it's the eyes. Well,
it's the eyes.
The whole face is different.
Yeah.
But the eyes specifically are different.
She's serving though. She's got this blue outfit. I love it.
Yeah, she looks great. And we see she's taking her time to wrap the gifts, but Minnie's
she's going really fast.
She's rushing. And Daisy asks what's going on here?
Yeah.
But that Minnie really wants to get something for Mickey this year, but unless she gets a really good Christmas bonus, she won't be able to.
In that moment, a phone rings. Daisy goes to answer it, and it's Mr. Mortimer, who wants to see Minnie in his office. And Minnie's like, "Oh, it's my Christmas bonus!" Like, she gets really happy,
and she hugs Daisy and spins her around and runs out.
Yeah.
And so we go and see Mr. Mortimer in his office. Giant office, like the marble pillars.
Yeah.
And like weird art pieces.
It's a horse.
Yeah. And Mortimer himself is a very tall mouse with like asymmetrically sized ears.
Yeah.
And he's a dick.
Yeah, oh my god, he's such an asshole.
Do you know who Mortimer is?
Vaguely.
Mortimer was the name Walt was going to originally give Mickey Mouse. And then the story varies on why he changed his mind, blah, 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 whatever. And obviously they changed the name to Mickey. And so Mortimer Mouse actually became his own character.
Okay.
He first appeared in the cartoon Mickey's Rival in 1936. And he's a dick.
Yeah.
Like ever since the character of Mortimer Mouse was created, he's the asshole. And he showed up obviously in a couple shorts, and a couple comics, and actually in House of Mouse.
Oh yeah, okay.
As an asshole, who tries flirting with Minnie. And so here he is.
Full asshole mode.
Yeah, and I do like his ears are asymmetrical. It is fun. He has a little super villain mustache.
Yeah.
And he's voiced by Jeff Bennett, before I forget.
Okay.
He's a very prolific voice actor. I think he's also the voice of Johnny Bravo.
Okay.
Brooklyn and Gargoyles. Literally nonstop, like endless list of characters and voices. But he's this asshole, and he keeps getting Minnie's name wrong.
Yeah. Winnie and all other
Ginny. She corrects him at first. But he's telling her, like, I have my list and I've checked it twice, and you're Santa's best little helper.
Yeah. And that, all her work should be rewarded. So he gets her to, like, close her eyes to give her a gift.
Yeah, he tells her to close her eyes and hold out her hands, and she does this little dance.
Yeah.
So it's very cute little animation, where she's so excited. She, like, dances in place. And she's like, "Oh, I can't thank you enough." And he's like, yes, don't interrupt.
Oh my god.
And he calls her Penny. She corrects him again. And he's like, whatever. And that her gift, we see him. Minnie doesn't see, but we see as he has to he's his voice straining, pulls out this fruitcake that is her bonus. And he drops it in her hands, and it lands with like the anvil sound.
Yeah. So dense.
And leaves a dent in the floor. Like we see the carpet has
sunken
in under the fruitcake.
Oh my gosh.
And that's her Christmas bonus. It's like cinder block.
That's her fucking reward for all her hard work.
At the holidays.
Penny?
That's Minnie.
Whatever. On behalf of Mortimer's department store, it gives me great pleasure to present you with your Christmas bonus.
A fruit cake?
No need to thank me. The expression on your face is thanks enough. And now scoot along back to the gift wrapping department where you belong. Oh, and Winnie, Merry Christmas.
And he's like, back to the gift wrapping department where you belong.
Oh my god.
And there's a last dig. He's like, Winnie, Merry Christmas. And she doesn't correct him that time.
Yeah, her spirit is fully broken.
Yes.
God.
And we see her. She keeps the fruitcake.
Yeah.
We see her. She's done with work. She's in her coat. She's leaving. She has to carry the fruitcake like on her shoulder.
Like a sack.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, she's wondering how she's gonna get Mickey's present now. And we see Mickey's wondering the same thing about Minnie. Because now he's got no money.
He's got nothing. So he's playing some tunes.
He's in the park, sitting on a bench, trying to come up with an idea for how to make some money quick.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, just across a ice skating rink, is a charity toy drive. We see that it's being sponsored by the
Fire department.
Fire department.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's not going well.
Because there's no band.
There's no
Because they have like a band that's meant to kind of bring in a crowd.
And we hear that the band is running late because they're at KTP's tree lot.
I love we see like the fire chief like sitting there. We hear two of the firefighters. I like the one's a lady.
Yes,
that's nice. We see them off screen saying how it went up, like how quickly it went up the fire.
Oh my God.
Which is fun. I think a bit of continuity that like all the firefighters are gone, putting out this crazy ass fire.
God, yeah, because imagine all the fucking trees and all the toxic...
Yes, the toxic glue and all the fake shit he had on the trees.
Awful.
So funny. And we see the fire chief looking into like the toy drive bin that has like someone threw someone threw some trash away.
Yeah.
There's a can, there's a soda can in there. I thought that was a nice, instead of it just being empty, like someone use it as a trash can. But then the police chief hears Mickey's harmonica playing.
Yes. So he gets an idea.
And they kidnap him.
They basically do.
They yank him off the bench. Yeah. Snatch him right up.
Yeah.
And he and the other firefighters are dragging him away. And Mickey's like, gee, where are we going?
Where are we going, fellas?
Kidnapped.
Oh, no.
No, it's a concert in the park. And that they're desperate. They need someone to play for the toy drive to get people to come and donate.
And Mickey's being dragged, like, as he's talking to the...
Like, he's being dragged to the gallows.
Yeah.
Like, he's not fighting it, but he's like, oh, sorry, guys, but, like, I gotta go buy a present for my girl.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's really sweet.
His
girl.
But, yeah, the chief's like, come on, like, don't do it for me. Do it for the kids. Totally guilting him. Totally, like, just piling it on.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one who'll make a difference between a broken heart and a smile. Like, bro.
Dude,
throw him on stage, too.
This poor guy that you've kidnapped and are now, like, guilt-tripping.
Totally guilt-tripping. He was minding his own business.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, I'm sorry, he's got things to do.
Yeah. It's Christmas Eve. Like, he got stuff to do. Look at him. He looks like the Pauper from Prince and the Pauper. He has stuff to do.
He's got money to raise.
You can at least pay him.
Yeah.
Like, it's a toy drive, not a money drive. You could pay him.
You could pay him, yeah.
He's a performer. You should probably pay him.
Yeah.
I'm sure the firefighters are paid because they're firefighters. Look at him.
Give him money.
Give him money.
Compensate him for his work. Oh.
Yeah, so they throw him on stage. He crashes into every instrument on there. But he doesn't get the attention of a crowd.
Yeah.
Of the people walking by. And specifically, we see this kid walking by with his mom. And he's holding a teddy bear.
And he's still, when he's on the stage, he's trying to be like, I have things to do, I have to go.
I gotta go.
It's like 4? Yeah, it's like 4.
4:05.
4 or 5, yeah. And this kid, I'm like, you're adding to the guilt trip. Go away.
Go away, kid. Let's look at with his mom. He puts his teddy bear up on the stage to donate. And I'm like, oh, fuck off, kid. That's real nice of you.
That's very sweet.
And he has a hot mom. Point out.
Where do we look?
Look at her.
Yeah.
She has like a kind of like a 50s kind of like winter look.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I approve.
She's hot.
Yeah. Hot mom.
And that sells Mickey, not the hot mom. The kid.
Not the MILFs.
Not the MILF. But sell me.
This Christmas special has got it all.
Santa. MILFs. The existential terror of being trapped in a time loop.
Yeah. The terror of capitalism.
Yes.
The terror of goofy shenanigans. Malls.
The threat of underappreciated labor.
Yeah. It's got it all. The horror of your children growing up too fast and losing their magic.
That's extremely goofy movie. Anyway, yes, the kid's gift sells Mickey on this whole charity toy drive thing, how he can help.
play his tune, sing us a song, you're the piano man.
So yes, he jumps off the stage, starts playing harmonica for the kids specifically, and Pluto jumps down and gives and lets the kid around his back. Very cute. And then his Mickey's performance draws the attention of passerby, who welcome to see what the commotion is.
Yeah.
And we get obviously of the pretty good diversity in the character designs of this town. We see Owl from Winnie the Pooh. He's clothed. He's a person here.
He's a human being. Well,
yes.
Being.
We see a couple of different like bird designs, kind of fun ones, and then Owl just there. And we see in a crowd shot, we also see Clarabelle Cow and Horns Horsecollar just chilling in the background, which is fun. And yes, we have a crowd that has joined us. Whole fucking crowd, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then eventually the band arrives.
Yes. And the band is they're called the Firehouse Five. You'll see their name on one of the drum set. And this is a reference to the Firehouse 5 plus 2, a 7-piece Dixieland jazz band founded in 1949 and made up of Disney animation staff. The lead animator Ward Kimball and Frank Thomas were kind of the heads of this. Ward Kimball was famous for I think playing the trumpet, like famously, that was his thing. And also these were two of Disney's 9 old men. Yeah, the Disney animators. So I think that was really cute. Yeah. It's also something I only caught in my recent rewatch because I didn't know all the fun Disney trivia. Yeah. As a little children that I know now. So that's really cute. And I really like how the band shows up. Yeah. Because Mickey's drawing a crowd. He's doing great. People are donating gifts. And when suddenly we hear jazz music start playing, Mickey looks at the harmonica what? And then he has instruments suddenly playing right at him.
Spooking him.
Yeah.
The band is back!
Must have been a hot one at Crazy Pete's.
And we see it's the band. And they're still smoking. Yeah. There's smoke rising from their clothes and coming out of their instruments. Because they raced here straight from the fire at Crazy Pete's.
Yeah, the chief is damn, it must have been a hot one. Because they're still steaming.
Which I thought was fun. It's a fun little detail. And Mickey does a little bit of little dance moves here. And the animation is lifted almost straight from Mickey's Birthday Party. In 1942 short. Weird little dancing he did from that. And so they're all performing. Obviously there's this massive pile of gifts that's being donated. I do like this animation bit where Mickey climbs into the fire truck. Lift,
yeah.
And it goes up straight through the banners above Toy Drive. He's playing his instrument, the harmonica. He jumps down, and obviously the firefighters catch him in the trampoline thing from Dumbo, and I don't know if real life, but Dumbo.
Think real life. And and he does a little slide at the end.
Yeah. And it is. I think the music. I like the music.
Yeah, it gets very lively. It's very fun.
But we see he has lost track of time. And he won't be able to get Minnie her gift.
No.
But the fire chief thanks him. Thanks to him, this is the best toy drive ever.
Yeah. And that him and the harmonica make such a great team. And Mickey's oh yeah, if this is worth what?
It's weight in gold.
Yes. That gives him an idea. So he has to run to the shop because he's got 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yes. And they thank him again. But it's Mr. Police Chief, you don't want to compensate him?
Yeah, give him money.
Give him some money. A tip.
Something.
But yeah, he runs off. He has to go across the ice rink. And he sees a kid with a snowboard.
Yes.
Who he somehow convinces to let him borrow.
Yeah. Because he needs it. He needs it to go fast. And yeah, the kid's like, okay.
The kid thinks about it for a second, but then yeah, he does give it to Mickey. maybe he was watching the performance. I don't know. Yeah, he like zooms down the street into traffic, almost causing numerous accidents. Runs into a charity Santa.
Also runs into a snowman. The head gets stuck on him.
Yeah. And then they're running straight at a
snowplow. Yeah.
They go sliding straight up like the shovel and like flying straight up into the air. And Mickey like while Pluto's freaking the fuck out, Mickey like fucking just like
guides
them and like snags like a light pole. What's it called? Street lamp.
Yeah.
Swings on it like he's fucking Spider-Man and lands in a snowbank perfectly safe. Oh, sorry. No. First he lands on top of a moving bus. A moving bus. And then from there lands safely in a snowbank. Mickey is a secret superhero.
Yeah.
That's why he has no money. He's Spider-Man. He's not Spider-Man. He's this world's kind of version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that he's poor and his life sucks.
Yeah.
But he's a fun superhero.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
He wears a mask to hide his pain.
It only kicks in at the end.
Yes.
That's just how powerful his love for Minnie is.
I guess so.
He's too late.
He's arrived too late. Yeah. He arrives just as the collectible store has closed. And we see the owner is closing up. This older looking dog.
And Mickey tries to be like, oh, you know, sir, I was just hoping that I would be able to trade my harmonica for something for my girl. And he hands it over to the man.
And he eyes it kind of critically, but tells him, yeah, I'm sorry, it's not worth much.
Yeah.
He locks up and he's like, oh, Merry Christmas. And he goes on his way. And of course, leaving Mickey like, bummed. I don't know, devastated.
Yeah.
Like a better way to put it. Because the harmonica means a lot to him.
And there's nothing that a sad tune won't fix.
Yeah. He sits on the curb, alone. It's dark, under this lone street light.
Yep. He's playing Oh Little Town of Bethlehem.
Oh, sorry, son. That harmonica isn't worth much. Well, Merry Christmas.
You're worth a lot to me, old friend.
And the shop owner hears him, and he's like, okay, I'll help this poor fella out.
Yeah. Because, seeing like how beautiful music he makes with the harmonica, that gets him to change his mind.
I had a harmonica. I was asked at it. The one thing is, I'm like, did Minnie just go directly to, like, a pawn shop?
I guess, yeah.
We don't get to see, like, her journey.
We don't see Minnie's journey.
No.
We see a bit of it.
Yeah.
But then not the end.
Yeah.
Because Mickey's the main character. Yeah, we see later that night, Christmas Eve, they're sitting, they're back at Minnie's place, and they're sitting in front of the fireplace. And they've both dressed up for Christmas.
Aww. They shouldn't have gotten the pets presents.
Well, like, the presents are like presents they don't spend money on. Like,
okay.
We see that they gave Figure a ball of yarn. Like, Minnie probably knits. She had a ball of yarn.
Okay, good.
And,
like, $1.
Yeah, wow. Like, Pluto's gift is a bone. It's very clearly, like, a wrapped up bone. So that's, like, no money. That's fine. Yeah, so they give their pets their gift. And it's just, like, I don't know, it's so sweet.
Yeah.
Like, I like the animation of, like, Minnie jumping back on the couch. Yeah, she loves Christmas so much. And
again, it's really sweet, but it's also kind of sad.
No, yeah, it's just like tragic irony kind of thing. That's the point of the gift of the Magi thing.
Because she's trying to be like sweet, like, oh, you know, like, why don't you play us some music? And he's like,
Yeah, isn't it time we open our presents? That's when he's like, oh, speaking of time. She's like, here's your gift.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they gave each other their gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And
And it's cute because they do sit like closer to each other.
yeah.
But it's sad because
It's sad.
she gave him a harmonica case, like a very beautiful one. And obviously he gave her the necklace for
Her watch. And they both say it so tragically. And Minnie's the first one to say that I traded my watch to get you a case for your harmonica.
Yeah. And yeah, he's like, well, I traded my harmonica for your chain. And there's a bit, like, I'm like, because she's like, oh, you gave up what means the most to you, for me.
And yeah, this moment of like Mickey looks at the case that she gave him, and he kind of closes it, kind of puts it to the side because Minnie is all the music you'll ever need.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey, I can't believe you gave up what means the most to you for me.
Oh, Minnie, you're all the music I'll ever need.
I hate Mickey Mouse. You got me crying over you. I don't like it.
Fuck you, Mickey
I
Mouse.
just hate it.
Making me feel things.
Yeah. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, it's very sweet. Like it's it's very sincere. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Like they both gave up what meant most to them for each other. So clearly, like they mean more to each other than like obviously any physical object, anything they could have. They mean more to each other than anything.
Mm-hmm. It's so sweet.
It's really sweet. And yeah, that's our end.
Mm-hmm.
With them, cuddled on the couch in front of the fireplace.
Talking.
Come on, get married.
I know.
Move them together so you can
save money.
Save money. Oh, and our final, our send off, the fruitcake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he still has it. Might as well. Maybe stick it in the oven. Maybe if it warms up, it'll be easier to eat.
Maybe I've never eaten fruitcake.
I have no idea.
How does it work?
I have no clue. I've only had like a rosca.
Yeah.
Rosca de Reyes, but I doubt it's similar.
No.
I think fruitcake is always shown as gross.
Yeah, it's always like hard or like dense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rosca de Reyes, you have a little baby Jesus inside of it and
you can choke on.
You can choke on it. Yeah, it's weird, but it tastes good if you buy a good one.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you buy a good one, if not, it'll also be like dense and weird.
Yeah, and terrible. And you just want to cut it up to find the baby.
Yeah. Sometimes too many people will find the baby.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that is our final segment.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet. I don't know, this whole thing, the whole obviously the whole film movie thing, is real sincere and sweet, which I really like. And the messages are they're a little more mature than Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate them for how sincere and
real
exactly they are.
I feel like they're very grounded. So it's very easy for I love Christmas movies, but sometimes it's very easy to like roll your eyes at some messages.
Yeah.
But like at the end here also like narrator says like a present is best when love is given too. I'm like that's a good, like it's a good sentiment. You got me crying again, Mr.
Yeah. Mr. Grammar. And we close up in the same very Christmassy street and the house. And we see all of our characters.
Yeah.
Mickey, Minnie, Donald, nephews, Daisy, Goofy, and Max in like Dickensian Christmas outfits. Coming together to sing Christmas songs, sing Christmas carols.
Yeah. It's very sweet. It's very fun. I was literally like wrapping presents and watching this, and then I was just standing in front of the TV sobbing. Just like from the end on to like do this. I was just like
It's really sweet, yeah. And it's a fun little closing.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone.
All of our actors are coming together at the end to sing various Christmas carols.
Yes. I love the outfits.
In outfits, yeah. The fact that they also put him in Dickensian outfits. Except for Donald, sort of. You can't really tell what he's wearing.
It looks just like a suit.
It looks like his outfit from House of Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
But everyone else looks great. And yeah, that's our end. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Any final thoughts? Because I know we have a few questions.
Watch it. That's very sweet.
Yes, it's on Disney Plus. You can also watch it not on Disney Plus. On various free websites to watch animated things.
Apparently my note was, I wish Chip and Dale were number 2. The ending.
Steps done.
How dare you!
Just telling the truth. This is up there with Mickey's Three Musketeers, House of Mouse, that whole little era.
Yeah.
Of 2D animation with our core Disney characters, the Sensational Six or whatever.
Yeah. Fantastic Four.
Yeah. See, I really appreciate this Christmas special for what it is and what, I don't know, like,
yeah,
bringing in Scrooge and having the nephews and, I don't know, like.
Oh, yeah, it's very, like, I don't know, nostalgic, I guess. Even to, like, older people who knew these characters, and now for us, who, like, this was probably one of the earlier introductions to these characters.
Yeah. Like, you could have been introduced to Scrooge watching this.
Yeah.
Watching original DuckTales, or watching the Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. So I think it's really fun, I don't know, just having this and having these characters and these very sincere Christmassy stories.
Yeah.
That's fun. Highly recommend. Alright, we got 2 comments from Twitter. From MT Easton. Would you believe I only saw this for the first time last year? I really enjoyed it and I've moved it into my annual holiday watch list.
Deserved.
Great to hear. But yeah, I feel like, I think it would have been easy to miss it.
Yeah.
It came out would have been a DVD, VHS release. Okay, this movie has a, what percent on Rotten Tomato? It has an insanely low percentage.
Like haters.
40%?
Yeah.
Or something?
I mean, like, Three Musketeers has a 36.
Insane. Three Musketeers is some of the funniest shit Disney has ever made.
I quote it, like, a lot. It's really good. It's top tier.
Who are the haters?
Yeah.
Like, doing this? Like, what? Like, there are so few movies with Mickey Mouse. Like, what do they want?
What do you want?
What do they want from a Mickey Mouse movie? Like, hilariousness, great songs.
Yeah.
Mickey almost drowning.
Yeah.
What more do you want? Like,
it's so good.
Yeah, insane.
Awful taste.
Awful. Yeah.
Awful taste.
I swear, everyone who has listened to this, go watch Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, and then give it a nice review.
Yes.
It deserves it. We're gonna do that.
Yes.
Our second comment, from Lenny CO. I recently watched the movie on Disney Plus. Oh, can't wait for your review. Thank you. And I hope you'll review Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas soon. Don't know about that.
Yeah.
Maybe next year, but I'm hoping next year we'll have the Darkwing Duck reboot to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll do something Christmassy next year. As long as it has Disney afternoon characters. We might do Twice Upon a Christmas.
Yeah. Keep me down.
We'll see. Can't predict this. Man, I had the idea for this one a week ago. So, who knows? Yeah, that's all of our comments for this episode. Make sure to, leave comments for our future episodes. Obviously, we have Darkwing. We have, a special episode coming up soon. 102nd episode. 102nd / belated anniversary, 5-year anniversary episode.
Yeah.
That may or may not be DuckTales related. Hint, hint. But then we'll be moving on to Darkwing. And then I think Goof Troop. I need to look back at my list that I don't have, that I have to probably create. My chronological list.
Yes.
But yeah, send in questions, leave us a review. We would appreciate that very much. We will read them aloud on here, the podcast.
Follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Amores Patos.
You can send us an email at amorespatospodcast@gmail.com. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Amigos.
Deck the halls with holly, fa la la.